3 draws remain in the round-robin portion of the Men's USA Curling National Championships, and Team Dunnam has impressed. With a 4-2 record, the team controls their own destiny for one of the top spots in the Page playoffs. They take on Team Corbett, fresh off a win and ready for more. It's Team Dunnam versus Team Corbett, next on usacurling.org. Welcome, everyone, to the 2021 USA Curling National Championships from the Wausau Curling Center in Wausau, Wisconsin. I'm Joe Calabrese, and joining me for draw number 7 of the men's event is 2019 College National Champion Christine McMakin and Director of Curling Development and 2012 U.S. National Champion Dean Gemmel. Good afternoon, and Team Scott Dunnam finds himself in quite a favorable position. He's tied for second place in the standings and has a tiebreaker edge for that 1-2 Page playoff. How surprising is it to see Team Dunnam in this spot as we head into the home stretch of the week?
Hi, Joe. I don't think I'm surprised. This is a team that has consistently been improving. They also relocated during the pandemic to the Twin Cities, so they were able to curl regularly, be together, practice. So they've put in the effort this year in a difficult season. And, you know, this is a group of talented young curlers. I'm not surprised to see them at 4-2.
Yeah, it looks like Team Corbett has flopped the order a little bit here.
Right here. It's like Derek Corbett throwing lead rocks and Evan Jensen in the rings for his opening shot.
We were just saying in the booth here, we'd be surprised if Team Corbett flopped their lineup, but then they go ahead and do it.
I think Daniel Dutt is also in for Team Dunnam in place of Andy Dunnam in this game. So they have a 5-player team, and this is the first time we've seen Daniel Dutt. He's in at lead.
So good center guard there by Derek. Gonna try to come around here, Daniel.
Daniel Dutt is pursuing a PhD at Princeton in something I don't understand.
I think we're back 8 already.
Christine, you had a nice win this morning to even up your record and stay in the hunt.
Yeah, yep,
we're there.
For sure. Just a lot better game for us this morning, for sure.
And you were on this sheet we're watching now as we see Daniel Dutt slip to the back 12-foot.
Yes, that this draw coming just a little bit heavy. That was definitely something that we were seeing today. Was in comparison to yesterday, the ice came up to speed quite a bit faster.
Yeah, we were hearing split times for backline to hog of 4.25 and 4.3 today. Maybe not quite 4.3, but close to that. This is Derek Corbett with his second. He's throwing lead rocks in this game. He had been throwing third rocks throughout the event.
Real yard!
He has Austin and Aaron Carlson in front of him. I would expect to see Aaron Carlson throwing second stones and Austin throwing third stones based on the previous lineup, but we'll see. I see now Austin taking a slider off, so I think I'm wrong. Let's say they're going for a big switch. Here comes Daniel Dutt, his first game of the event. Trying to give Andy Dunnam a game off, who's been playing lead and played awfully well. He made 2 great ticks against Luke Violette.
Might be the lead of this event so far. Playing very, very strong.
5.
Also bringing the bandana a la Philippe Menard. So he's got that going for him. Gives me a chance to work on that every time we're out here. Daniel Dutt, that would be surprising if Daniel Dutt had a bandana on.
And he didn't lend him his.
Yeah, I don't see Daniel Dutt as a bandana guy.
A little bit, yeah.
So we're getting after it here in the first end, Christine. Plenty of rocks in play.
Christine, you had a couple of opening blanks today.
Yes, we felt like we wanted to start off just a little clean, especially just having so much respect for Kim Rhymes' team's ability to draw other teams into a draw game. I knew that our team's confidence, especially from last night's game against a Traxler where they played exceptionally well. We just needed a couple ends just to get our confidence back up, and then played the rest of our game the way that we wanted to play it.
Really nice.
Very nice throw by Austin Carlson there. Rolls open. Doesn't clip the one at the back, but Dunnam won the last shot draw, so they have last rock in this opening end. With one buried at the back 12. This would actually be the true Donnie B3 that I referenced the other day. Donnie B3 was with last rock typically. I think I talked about it as a team without last rock, but he used to often bring his first stone to the back, and they'd end up manufacturing a 3-ender back when he played with the great Kevin Martin. That looks like that's just going to roll out of the rings. So not the start Cody Klauser was hoping to have.
And I think I heard them call that as an 11 hog to hog, which is, if you were playing that on club ice, that would probably be about board weight. But 11 here is, because of the ice being so fast, 11 is actually pretty good control. You'll see a lot of teams this week using that as their control weight hit, just because it's much more manageable on how straight this ice has been this week, particularly when you bring your weight up for hitting.
Yeah, most of the curl is late. As we see here, it will warp in here.
We'll just leave it. It's fine.
That's going to warp, probably come out the other side a little bit.
Sweet, boys.
Might be available to Scott Dunnam with the outturn.
That jam looks a little sketchy back there, though, too.
Yeah, it is lined up to jamming in the back, but Cody Klauser is going to try this with hack. He may be able to get almost a nose with hack if he papers the guard. Cody Klauser.
Just.
Hunter Clausen the third, indicating it's just hack.
Very hard. Head down.
And here too, honestly, rubbing the guard really isn't the end of the world for Scott, because he's throwing so little weight, which he doesn't. He does get by, but...
Great shot by Cody. A nice bounce back, even though he has left this pile at the back. That was a good throw.
For sure.
You know, he didn't lose that one in the back, and and now Corbett can come down if he makes a hit and jams it on his own. Scott's in business.
Yeah, nice throw there by Cody. Throw that quiet hack weight. Didn't overthrow it. That's an easy place to overthrow it. This is Aaron Carlson throwing third stones in this game.
Close.
Team Corbett comes into this game at 1-5. Dunnam is at 4-2. We'll talk about Dunnam's remaining games shortly, and this is sort of as he drew it up, Joe.
Get over.
And bing, bong.
God damn.
And there you go. Scott Dunnam now in business. He's going to wrap the out turn around that red guard.
I 15-2. But I got like top 4. It's like a little quicker. Yeah.
I think that's maybe Hunter Clausen's mic doing that, rather than just him talking in staccato.
Got a couple little small dead spots that those mics don't quite pick up.
So Hunter, these three of these guys, Daniel Dutt, Cody Klauser, and Scott Dunnam, grew up curling at the Philadelphia Curling Club. Hunter Clausen grew up playing at the nearby Potomac, relatively nearby, just outside of Washington, D.C. So they know each other pretty well. They used to practice together quite a bit and have played together. Cody played junior with Hunter.
I took too much
Hunter
off.
played with Todd Birr pretty recently.
I don't love this.
He did.
In fact, what I heard is that he was a good cook.
This is pretty good.
That was maybe one of the reasons why Todd kept him around as long as he
So
did.
I think maybe here.
So he does come up short there. He would have liked to have been, in the rings at least, biting 4 probably. Now this gives Derek Corbett, he's a little bit all in here, trying to make a come around. Doesn't have many other good options though. Like to sink one in there and at least make it good enough that those rocks in the back 12-foot don't come into play.
We can split. Whoa.
Not loving this
Whoa.
coming down.
Whoa.
This sounds like a.
Whoa. Whoa. Roll anything you can on. Hard.
Don't think he's going
Hard.
to.
Might have wanted to go on that, try to get a straight back tap.
It's a rock.
I like the out.
Grab the 6 stand.
So I believe Hunter Clausen can make the roll, avoid jamming at the back, and roll behind a fairly substantial wall of granite tight to the ring.
Sure. Good board.
So I actually also grew up out on the East Coast and played with Hunter and his younger brothers, Caleb and Eli, at the Potomac Curling Club. I actually remember
Yes.
when Eli was so
Yes.
young that Hunter and Caleb would sit him on the curling rocks and
Hard.
they'd spin him down the sheet.
Hard.
Now
He's
watching
close.
Hunter play now is
Whoa.
pretty fun.
Close. They went aggressively for the
Yes.
roll. Great shot by Hunter Clausen there.
That was a super nice roll.
Right in the middle of the red.
Corbett forced to run something back now.
So this is Evan Jensen's first rock.
I like tapping. Yeah, what kind of weight? Back 8? This T-line. T. Okay.
So he's going to play the tap rather than a straight run. A run
Yep.
back would be sort of
Okay.
all or nothing. I think he thinks if he,
Few angles.
even if he's not shot, he might end up with this tap stone behind those rocks on the right. Evan Jensen, I think, is new to throwing for a stone, but he's seen him make a lot of
Aaron,
shots
you
here
gotta
this
go,
week.
Evan. Gotta go line.
It looks like he might have
Gotta
let that go a
go!
little
Where,
soft,
boys?
though. It's curling early.
Gotta go line. Gotta go line. Hard. Gotta go line. Stay on it. Gotta go. Really hard. Gotta go line. Hard. Hard. Aaron,
Definitely
gotta
doesn't
go
want to hit
hard.
it on the low
Hard.
side.
Hard.
It's
Nothing.
close.
Hard. Nothing.
Gonna pop it open again,
Okay.
and now big trouble for Derek
Wait.
Corbett with staggered guards up front.
This board. It'll run.
Yeah, that
So,
that
yeah,
stagger
with the
might
outturn.
hurt him on his next rock. Although he
So,
did
yeah, with
open
the
up
outturn,
the
that
intern
landed
draw
straight.
or intern freeze for him now, I guess, which
Okay, nice board.
is going to be a scary first
Yeah,
shot
I
or a
like it.
scary last shot for Evan Jensen here in the first end.
Dean, are you trying to roll this one away a little bit?
I think you could roll just in front of your one that's in the back 12. There's no reason to roll under, I don't think, here.
Kind of would leave Derek an out.
Yeah, no, to eliminate those two that are just hanging on the back 12. So, yeah, I mean, I think you want to roll a rock to the left. See what kind of weight Scott Dunnam throws. He's showing nice discipline throughout the week on his down weight hits. University of Virginia graduate. Works in finance with Capital One. Rock's on its way. Daniel Dutt sweeping it hard for line.
This has got to go just to get a piece.
Starting to move here. I think he may have just underthrown this, as I mentioned, the
Dan.
discipline he's showing on these sort of shots.
Just 13-5.
So
Everything
that's
hanging around the back there.
so
Yeah.
he just underthrew that. They said it was 13-5 hog
That
to
same
hog.
idiot here,
Unfortunately, that
Before
miss
that guy
may
said about
take
that
a
same- well, you swept it more. Yeah, about the
early
same.
big end out of the picture for him. Evan Jensen will try this freeze, now a little more comfortable knowing that he is at least lying second shot.
Line's good. Line's Clean. really good. Whoa. Wait Clean. only. Stay close. Clean. Sweep.
This one's got to end up in the rings. Cannot crash the
line
ground.
okay. Clean. Clean. Room. Straight line. Yep. Go. Yep. Hard.
Sounded like they had room, maybe not so
Hard,
much
boys,
now.
Hard. Hard. Hard.
I'm afraid this looks
Harder,
light
go
though.
hard. 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 Hard.
Just
hard.
rubs the back.
Hard.
Pretty good
Wait,
result, to be honest, even with that rub.
I think that does the job.
Yeah, I think Scott Dunnam will be forced to draw for
Both
two.
fine, yeah.
Let's hear what he says.
There.
Nope.
Just a touch more. Yeah.
Going to play the intern draw for two.
I think this intern draw might just be a level of comfort for Scott because they did play a majority of the shots on this left-hand side of the sheet. Even though the outturn looks like you do have more room to get to the 4 foot. I'm assuming that's probably why Scott is playing this way. He must just feel more comfortable with the path.
He has enough ice that that red shouldn't be a factor, the red one that Evan Jensen just placed there. Scott Dunnam, last rock, first end, draw for 2.
Line's good. Yes, line. Okay, line's good. Clean.
Sounds like the line is fine. Daniel Dutt
Clean.
doing sort of a hard clean on it. Cody Klauser not that interested in aiding him. And that looks like it'll be a good draw, so a good bounce back for Scott Dunnam to make that draw for 2.
So Scott Dunnam will take a 2-0 lead going into the second end, and Corbett will have the hammer when we come back after this.
The Granite Society recognizes your financial support of the USA Curling mission by virtue of your loyalty and leadership gifts. Through your Granite Society donation, you inspire continued development of the sport, as USA Curling can fund grassroots growth and development that prepares our nation's athletes to represent Team USA on the world stage, Olympic and Paralympic Games. Join the Granite Society today.
And we're back here, second end. Corbett now has the hammer playing the Redstones. He's down 2.
Down 2 could have been much worse, though. Certainly Scott Dunnam probably kicking himself a little bit for missing that hit early, although I think Evan Jensen probably would have played the same shot and may have forced him to 2 just as easily, but always nice to make your opponent look at 5 on their last draw on the first end.
I'll give you a scoreboard update real quick over here on sheet 7, right behind, or right in front of me, I guess. Violet with a 2-0 lead over Ruanen. That's a pretty big game for both teams. Luke Violet is tied with Scott Dunnam at second place in the standings, but Dunnam has the tiebreaker edge on him as he beat him head-to-head.
Yeah, I think it's a good time maybe to talk about the standings as this event unfolds.
Yeah, that's good.
One of the things I always like to do in these kind of events is look at who's played who as we go into the last few games of the event. So if we talk about it right now, Corey Dropkin is ahead of the field at 6-0. Scott Dunnam and Luke Violet are both at 4-2. The difference here, I think, though, is that Scott Dunnam, the teams he has left are at the bottom of the standings, or mid to the standings. He's got this game against Derek Corbett. He has Todd Birr, who has struggled throughout this event. And he has Jed Brundidge, who currently sits at 3-3. Had a big win last night against Richie Ruanen, but he's at 3-3. On the flip side, Luke Violet, the other 4-2 team, will face today, right now, Richie Ruanen. He also has Team Persinger, the veteran team that is dangerous, and he finishes with Corey Dropkin, who is undefeated at the moment. So if you looked at the schedule, you'd give the edge here to Scott Dunnam. But we'll see how both navigate through these last games. No gimmies anywhere along the way, of course, but I think Dunnam, goes into this game expecting to win. And Violet would probably be pretty happy if he comes out of his next 3 games with at 2-1. He's certainly going to try to win all 3, but he'll feel pretty good if he comes through that at 2-1.
I think, can you confirm too that, so I know that for the women it's only the top 3 that go into the playoffs, but do the men take 4?
We do.
Okay.
The men will have 4 teams. It's a 10-team men's field, a 7-team women's field.
Trying to bump the
and that's why there's the difference in the playoff format.
And the other drama that's kind of going to play out over the next couple draws is who's going to be the 4th team if Violet and Dunnam both qualify. And there's 5 teams right now tied for 4th place. Birklid, Brundidge, Riley Fenson, Persinger, and Ruanen.
Yeah, so that's a real log jam. There's certainly a potential to see 5 and 4 sneak into the into the playoff round. or into tiebreakers to get into the playoff round.
Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go, line.
And I know, much like you, Joe, after these 4 game days, I am really eager to do a bunch of tiebreakers. Actually, I love curling, so I'm happy. Whatever, more curling in May
You said throw another. Come here.
in Wausau, Wisconsin.
Nothing wrong with little bonus curling.
No. In a season that has been short of curling, I'm happy to have all the curling we can get.
So Dunnam going to play another center line guard, up 2. Rocks in the house on the center line.
Cody Klauser, his first.
2.
Yeah, don't want to touch.
Tight 2. Through past your broom.
I think it's gonna be yours.
We're past your broom.
Yeah, 2.5.
We're 3 feet short of ours.
We're at 2 R's. We're 2 R's.
We are 2
Get a
R's.
little bump.
Keep the angle.
You want to keep the angle like
Okay.
that.
Sorry, I thought we were stopping.
So the difference there is if they thought they could get it around that guard, maybe they were sweeping the whole time.
Gonna
Yeah.
That
hit,
works out
obviously,
pretty
yeah?
well.
Yeah, they show a
Well,
little of the
frisbee,
outside
but
edge
try to get
behind
the
the
doubles with
staggered
the
guard.
Okay. This is not my gripper. I'm a mess. All right.
You get to hear every thought when Derek Corbett is skipping, which I like.
He's an open book out
is.
there,
Number 2.
that's for sure.
As we mentioned before, his brother Brandon, with
Peel.
the restrictions at the border, is unable to make this event. So Austin, Carlson is throwing right now, jumped in to take his place. That left
Okay.
Derek having to skip a team. He hasn't really done a whole lot of skipping in his past, so this is a little bit new for him.
Just set.
I believe, too, Derek is actually getting married in a couple of weeks
Yep.
in the next month.
June 5th.
Yeah, June 5th. And they're actually a little worried that Brandon isn't going to be able to cross the border to come to his brother's wedding, which I think is going to be really, really sad. So I hope that Brandon gets to participate in
Lot less.
some
One.
way in his brother's
1.
special
Yes.
day.
Yes, Dan. We're just over. Hard, Dan.
I have not received an
We're over
invite,
just, though. Hard, Dan. Keep it going.
for the record.
Keep it going.
You don't have any
I think you
border
could just
issues.
show
up. Over.
Yeah, right. Just show up.
Clean.
I'm not actually seeking an invite either, by the way. I don't think I need to attend a wedding right now. And that's a guard placed where Scott Dunnam requested it. Yeah, there is an opportunity here now for Derek to make a play on this tight guard. And
Let's run it one more time, okay?
no, he's going to try this.
Peel.
Thought he might take a run at that. He might be able to clip that back one and roll onto the rings behind the corner guard. Kind of like that call.
Wait, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
He's going to try the double peel instead.
Good throw. It's a good throw. Fine.
Managed
Thanks,
to
Thanks, Scott.
thread it through that opening. So Scott will replace that again.
Like maybe, if anything, a little better than my outturn draw last end.
I think he'd like to cover that tight guard maybe a little bit more.
We can get it wherever it needs to be.
Okay. Yeah, that nice one guard I've took a few times this event.
Hunter Clausen with his first in this second end. Scott Dunnam ahead 2-0.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Dan's! Mine's good.
We're here at the Wausau Curling
We're good.
Center in Wausau, Wisconsin.
Little bit, Dan.
This
Little bit,
large
Dan.
8-sheet facility was worked hard with USA Curling to make this event possible. A lot of work went into it both at USA Curling and here at this club. A lot of community support for the event. It wasn't easy to figure out how to pull off a national
hit this,
championship in
but
this
I don't like
COVID
this here.
year.
You like this one?
One of the
Or do you like
reasons
the run? No, I like the
everybody
run.
wanted this event
Okay.
to happen. Oh, he's going to play this shot. One of the reasons that we wanted this
Okay,
event
then
to
give
happen
me,
is
board
that
weight.
Olympic trial spots are
Try to
on the
roll our
line.
shooter in, yeah?
There will be 2
That's tough.
Olympic
All right,
trial
good
spots
shot.
for 2021 determined from this event, the top 2 finishers. John Schuster, last year's U.S. men's champion, one of the last championships we were able to play. He has a ticket into the men's Olympic trials next year as well.
It's 2 teams on both the men's side and 2 teams on the women's side.
Yeah, and they will. It's not all over for teams that don't make it, because there is also going to be this year a qualifying series of events where 3 more teams will be eligible to make the Olympic trials.
So a lot on the line here for sure, and if you don't make it, there's a lot of travel in your future.
Yeah, I mean the field was expanded over past years, largely because this year made it difficult for anyone to compete.
So it looks like we're going to send it over to our man, Price X, in the third end. Not yet.
We might need you.
Sorry,
Whoa,
jumped the gun a little here.
You're getting punchy and impatient there, Joe, as the week goes on.
I got producers in my ear telling me something, and then they say, no, no, no.
Same thing.
That's all right. It's just reminding me. I need reminders. I'm getting older. I need that Prevacid.
I know there's a number of people out there think I need the Prevacid. I just tweeted the preparation I do to not screw up the names.
Close, close. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, no.
Seen this happen a couple times.
Okay.
Hitting it a little bit on the high side and rolling out.
I think that is one of the hardest shots in curling, is like that hack weight peel and roll onto the house.
Like this now for years,
particularly
Kinda
with
wanna
how
take away-
lively these rocks are and how active the houses are too. Because there at some events the houses are just absolutely dead. And you'll see rocks stop that kind of really have no business stopping. But here the houses are active, the rocks are lively, and I would maybe like to see if Derek calls that shot again. I think he should maybe bring the weight down just a little bit. I think he was calling board weight, and I don't think you're ever going to be able to get rocks to stick around, because you can only hit like maybe half a rock to try and roll onto the house. So you gotta lower the weight a little bit.
Championship rocks with the narrower striking bands makes them livelier. If Kim Tuck from Canada Curling Stone is listening, maybe she'll have give me another reason why, but I'm pretty convinced that's why.
Whoa.
Yeah, championship rocks, all championship rocks are livelier for sure. And USA Curling's set of rocks is a good set. If there is a set out here that people have struggled with, it is the red ones here on the sheet we're watching, sheet 2.
Get it next to the red. Get it next to the
If
red.
there's any sheet where we've seen people moving them around a lot, it's definitely this sheet.
We've been told, just so that you know, that while the rocks may be challenging, the record for those red rocks is actually quite good this week.
So you
I really
just
like
blow the
running
whole
it.
theory up right here, Joe.
Interesting.
Take a
So
shot
that
here.
either means
I
that
don't- I mean, we
teams
can tap.
are aware that the set is difficult and they figure
mind
out
the tap long
the rocks
hard.
really
It's
fast.
probably the easiest.
That kind of is
Okay.
what that says to me, is that everyone kind of maybe everybody's listening to the
Yeah.
live stream and hearing us complain about them, so they know.
And I think the odds are here that Scott Dunnam might turn that around if we were, using a betting line.
Let's run this.
He's certainly
Okay.
favored to win this game with the yellow rocks.
Christine, you've played both sets of rocks on this sheet.
Mm-hmm. I think I won with both colors too.
Yeah. So you're hoping for your next game to be on this sheet.
Harder!
Yes, this is the only
Hard!
sheet that I've won games on, so
Clean.
yeah, I think
Whoa.
I do need to be on this sheet again for the next
Clean
game. I
up,
think
yup,
I should
yup, yup,
petition
yup,
for
yup.
that. Ooh, really close to the
Stuffs
double
it.
there.
Stuffs it underneath.
We actually saw a lot of that same sort of thing happen the last time we had Corbett on for an extended period of time. And we're sort of just off on these types of things.
And a lot of that too, you have to give credit for Derek, stepping into the house with his brother not being able to come play. I cannot remember the last time I had seen Derek Corbett be in the house and calling line on runbacks. It's really tough, especially on ice like this, where sweeping can make it float, and if you jump off for a second, it'll over curl on you. So the fact that Derek is calling and everyone is throwing close to these runbacks is actually quite impressive,
draw the
considering
button was
I think
here, wasn't
most
it?
of the players on this team are from out east where they
there?
probably didn't have ice.
Yeah, and I know that Derek's played vice for his brother for a number of
that
years,
good,
but he's
Scott?
also seen his brother throw rocks forever. And so when he has to call his line, he's probably feeling pretty confident, but he hasn't seen any of these players do this before.
Right, absolutely.
So the Corbetts have been a fixture in national championships for some time. They played in a lot of them. I think their best finish was 2015 Kalamazoo when they made the 3-4 game. I believe at my expense beat us in a tiebreaker.
Yeah, they had, I remember we still have the shot somewhere on our website, I think, a shot where
Close.
Brandon did something that was definitely plan C or D, where a rock spun and spun and spun and spun, and Corey
Dan.
Dropkins sitting on the tee line waiting
Whoa,
for something to happen, and he just
whoa.
can't do anything.
Cody now.
No,
No.
crazy
no,
kinda
no,
shot.
No.
I think it was that same year.
No.
So Scott Dunnam didn't want to tap it quite that far. That gives Evan Jensen a chance to get out of this end.
Just control. Do you like board? Board. Okay. Or control? Which one? I like board. Okay.
I like the choice for board weight. I think that that's a very manageable weight for Evan to throw, especially because he needs this rock to sit around to take his one.
Clean. Sweep. Whoa. Clean. Yep. Sweep. Yep. Hard.
The center line is tricky.
Hard. You gotta go.
It
Hard.
is.
Hard. Clean. Really nice, Evan. Nice sweeper. Good sweep, boy.
A lot of panic for a nose hit here. Second end, Corbett takes his one, and he's going to be trailing as we head to the third end, 2-1.
All right.
Check out this one. Long hair, loves to hike and plays frisbee.
What is he, a Labrador?
So should I meet him?
You're not that adventurous.
Yes, I am. Try me.
Okay. Jump into that lake.
I'll do it.
Let's all do it. I'm in. This is crazy. You coming?
Seriously? It is way too comfortable in here.
This is crazy.
The all-new Sienna. Toyota, let's go places.
So we're back here. Third end, Dunnam and Corbett. Dunnam up 1. Corbett's,
Hold tight.
Dunnam is going to have the hammer. He's playing the yellow stones.
Make it a 3, boys.
So Scott
up, make it three. Eyes
Dunnam
up.
so far in this
Eyes
event,
up.
I'd say his
Go up.
signature win in this event was an
Hand to
extra
hand.
end victory over the other young team that's been impressive this year at the
Yep.
2021
Yep.
USA Curling Men's
Yep.
Nationals. That's Luke Violette.
Right here.
Probably
Right
one
here.
of, we switched over to that
Good
game,
sweep,
and
guys. Good sweep.
3 of the most entertaining ends I've seen in curling this week.
And then I believe the internet crapped out on us. And
Yes.
we didn't get to see the final stone. Dunnam drew to the 4-foot for the victory.
Is this when we remind the viewers of my great call on the last shot?
It was amazing.
That went into the ether and gone forever.
I think it's for line.
Okay, line's
I'm going
good.
to send it over to our man, Price Atkinson, for a price check. Price,
Line's
take
good.
it away.
Cody's rock.
Pretty good.
Thanks,
Pretty
Joe.
good.
Yes, let me pile
Cody.
on and say that was Dean's easily his highlight of the week. That call was the voice inflection, the intensity, the passion that he had behind that call was so spot on. I'm hoping it will emerge somewhere from the ether at some point. But, again, our esteemed broadcaster, Dean Gimmel, was talking about Andrew Dunnam and the headband he was wearing. So yesterday we had him on as a fifth end break guest interview, and I found out beforehand that he's a diehard Survivor fan. So that bandana is actually a official Survivor buff that he is wearing, and he changed up the luck and everything with the hats he was wearing. Took off his Eagle hat and said, you know what, we're going to go to something else and see if it's lucky. So he went to his lucky survivor buff, who I also learned very quickly talking with them in the warm room last night that Brother Scott and Daniel Dutt also, I guess, big Survivor fans as well.
How about you, Christine, Survivor fan?
I have watched a few seasons on Hulu and Netflix. Yep. I think my favorite Survivor series is Heroes versus Villains. Really like that one. That season.
I have to admit, I'm not a regular viewer of Survivor. Naked and Afraid is more my speed, I think.
Oh.
I don't watch either. I don't watch either, but there you go. Maybe Andy Dunnam will find his way onto the show one day. Daniel Dutt, his second stone. He wrapped his first one maybe a touch deeper than he would have liked. He'd like to stack this one on top. Probably top 4, bite the button. Even top 8 would be good here.
I like these 5-man rotations where they can bring somebody in to give somebody a break.
Line's fine.
4.
These guys are probably some of the best
Ready,
sweepers
switch.
in the men's field, and
Right
nice
here,
to give
guys.
them a break once in a while.
Right here.
Yeah, I think that can be beneficial. I think you have to go into it with the right attitude as a 5-player team. Because I think most players here are competitors and would like to be in every game. So it takes a little bit to manage that.
It's not like Andy was benched, so to speak, here. This is just Daniel getting in the game. I think that's important. If you know that this is the schedule, you probably scheduled this ahead of time.
Absolutely.
Okay.
My team has a 5-player
like this.
5-player rotation as well, and just because there weren't enough events, I think that sweeping in particular is a motion that is really, really difficult to replicate in the gym. You can do all the high intensity interval workouts that you want, and nothing quite gets you in shape for sweeping than sweeping.
Okay, right here then.
And we just didn't do enough of
Right
that
here,
this
guys.
year because of the lack of events. And so to constantly have a fresh player on the bench who is an excellent sweeper like Daniel Dutt is really beneficial to these teams who are looking to continue their run into the playoffs later this week.
Oh, terrific. Just by the guard.
Nice rock here by Austin Carlson. He's played well this week in the games we've seen.
He may have been asked to throw an almost impossible shot there, too.
Yeah.
I mean,
our shot.
overbury.
Overburied by a full rock.
Yeah.
I mean, the best he could have done was be, a foot shorter. But,
like this?
We want to leave or shoot it.
Okay.
Scott Dunnam going to take on this split of
Like
his
a
Yellowstone.
T.
Yeah, get those on.
I like this call with last rock. He could find himself after this lying 1, 3, and 4. It's funny, the 5-player rotations. I never wanted to come out when I played, so it was. I think, like I said, you have to have the right mindset.
Like to go. 6.
Clean.
Minimal egos.
Room.
I think that's important.
Oh, line's good. Whoa. Dan.
When you're playing
Dan.
a 10-game round robin en route to a
Gotta go straight
national
for everything.
championship,
Gotta go.
maybe
Yep.
you would have wanted one that year. Do you ever
Gotta
think
bounce
about
big
that?
guys.
With that bye,
That-
with that extra. Well, we had a bye, so we had that extra team though, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was
Better than it was.
43 years old, so yeah, maybe it would have been a good idea, but worked out okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go now. He didn't quite move that rock as much as he wanted, and more importantly, didn't get his shooter moving away
really
as
like
far as he
those,
liked. Let's hear what Derek
But I think
Corbett
that
thinks.
hits this, and I don't really want to do that.
That would be bad.
We can do this.
I actually think that without
Yeah,
the
that's
hammer
good.
right now,
Just control weight
Derek,
just on the inside.
the angles look a little bit
It's gonna
better
give
for
them access to
Corbett
this,
to
but-
me right now. I think that Scott, those are almost staggered a little
don't like
bit
this
from
rock.
our angle here.
All right, let's try
But
it.
it looks
see what
like he
happens.
can't really run it back into the
Control.
pile. I almost like the intern draw for Corbett right now. I think that removing any of these rocks from the front of the
Control.
house is only going to
Clean.
open it up more for Dunnam with the hammer.
I tend to agree, even though Derek, even though
off.
Team Dunnam has shot rock, right now they're going to have to work to score 2.
Off.
This might be the one that Derek
That works.
said
Really
wasn't
nice.
good, but there you go.
Really nice, Austin.
Really
Good
nice
sweep.
result there, actually.
Nice controlled weight hit from Austin Carlson. Now I think you'll see Scott Dunnam try to move a bunch of these. He could get a lot of rocks going here. Cody Klauser is going to throw this with some pace.
Clean. Curl.
Hard. Hard.
Keep going. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Close to good.
Pretty good.
Not bad.
How does that redirect onto the pile there?
Yeah, it looks like right now it's onto his own yellow, but it's certainly, I mean, if Derek puts one there, that would actually be advantageous. That's one of the challenges for Derek Corbett here.
Do you smash that and maybe you get that to go over the top of the red?
You may. Let's see what he thinks. He's going to play this. I think if he makes this perfect, then it does line up for Dunnam.
Just top 4.
One thing with Andy Dunnam and his bandana out of the lineup, you don't have the culture clash that we have usually with the Dunnam rink. With the front end from downtown and the accountants on the back end.
Close, you're close. Hard,
Daniel
Evan,
Dutz on that accountant team.
Gotta go, wait. Gotta go, Evan. Gotta push. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. You got it. Go. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Looks like he's going to be bouncing.
Throw. Really nice. Nice sweep, Evan.
I think they're shot stone.
Now, though, I don't know if that doesn't line up for a thin double on those reds.
I don't think we play it hard. Board. Good board.
I was thinking just board.
Board.
We want to leave the yellow top button, right? Ideally.
I think you just want to nick this and.
Yeah, we don't want it to roll very far.
So you think just a hair high, right?
Yeah. I was thinking, what about hack?
I want to move this here.
Hack will do that, right?
Throw board.
I think this is a good.
How much of that just how much of that red are we hitting? You think we're hitting a good chunk?
We're not going to hit much.
I just think if we just do this.
Okay, throw 12-5.
Then we're in the same situation, right?
Throw 12-5.
Yeah. Right. This is right. Like just 12-5.
12-5 on like just off nose.
I don't know if Scott
No,
Dunnam.
we're just gonna.
He does not seem on board with this hack weight call.
No, I don't think he was particularly thrilled with the debate over that.
Which I'm actually inclined to agree, considering he is trying to move 4 rocks.
Just a little.
And hack weight seems a bit light to do that.
Yeah, I think I like board weight here, but we'll see if Hunter proves both Scott and us wrong, or if he pumps it up and throws board weight. Need a stopwatch. I don't have mine ready.
Yes, hard.
Did not want to
really
be
hard code the whole way.
narrow with
Really
hack.
Really hard.
You got it.
Really hard.
Cody
Keep it moving, you got
Klauser
it.
working
Really
this
hard.
hard. He's not going to hit it as high as he would
keep
like.
going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
May not hit it at all.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Drag the wrong way. It's okay.
Just snuck by the guard.
So I
We're
think
2. Okay. Which is pretty good. This rock's in a good place.
that was why Scott Dunnam wanted more action on those red stones.
That do we guard? I don't know what their shot is, honestly. I think it's the double run here is probably their shot.
Those yellows still line up. The yellows on the left side line up
I think
pretty
the shot
well
right now
for Scott
them is a double
Dunnam.
run. It's probably for a bunch too, right?
What if you tapped that red up just a foot, a little bit to the
I don't
left?
know what the advantage of doing that is, though.
Let's hear what they think.
Well, then why don't we just guard the run? Like, if we want to kill the run, we can do it by tapping, but I don't know if there's a big advantage to doing it that way. Yeah. I mean, I'd love if we could just get a rock and put it there. No, it's not. You want to try the tap? And if we hit, well, I don't know if I love the tap. Okay. I think the guard's the shot. Okay. All right. Because if we split it open, that's really bad.
I see what Derek
Yeah.
says about worrying
Just
about
guard.
splitting it open, but the tap, you could tap it right to the button, or as Joe described, you could tap it just behind those 2 yellow stones. As we look at the rings, and that would be as effective as a guard, possibly more effective in many ways. I'm not crazy about the guard here, but I can also recognize Derek's concern about opening up that right side.
Yeah, if you bounce it too much, you just open up
Evan,
a straight path down there.
Yeah, but I think you have to have a bit of confidence that you're not going to do that. This is Aaron Carlson with his last stone of the first stone of the last stone. I'm getting it right yet.
Last stone of the third end.
Yes, thank you.
There we go.
Let it curl.
So now they're going to sort of stagger these.
Throw, Aaron. Throw. Nice pair.
You think there's enough there to still play that run back?
Well, they could also take on the angle with that red.
That's probably fine.
Sort of over the top.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking. You
They
throw it
haven't really looked at that at all. I don't think you can hit enough of that red to do any damage. If you run that red in, you might clip your own yellow.
Double peel, yeah.
Or you might go over the top on that other red. Of course, you are going to lose your back yellow in that scenario. But
on the thick side.
I thought we were just going to catch a little.
So maybe not quite on the same page in this end.
I think Scott wanted to play the yellow.
Hunter Clausen and Scott Dunnam.
Yep, hard. Hard, Dan. Okay.
So.
I think the same thing. I don't think enough has changed.
I don't think that helped them at all.
Really?
Nope. I would agree with that, Joe. I think.
Yeah, same thing.
I think they really needed to move
I'll give it more ice,
those
obviously.
two red stones, as Christine described. Move those two red ones a
1-2.
little further out of the scoring area. Just sitting for shot was not that productive.
Wait a minute. We have a little bit of a problem because they can do this, and they might be able to get a redirect here. No, let me try that one. We're gonna guard this rock, okay? Right here. Got it? I think.
Derek Corbett rapidly working through the various options, breaking it down for us.
I love it because he kind of reminds me of I don't know if this isn't meant to be an insult, but like younger skips who they feel like they have to verbalize what's going on in their head almost a little bit, just to make sure that they're walking through everything, which you know, when you are new to skipping the game, which Derek is right now, you know, stepping into this role, he just kind of needs the support of his team to agree with him almost a little bit. It's working for him.
Derek Corbett also, let's listen to what Scott thinks here.
I think it's there. In most cases it does, but they can never outdraw this anyway. I was thinking just throw normal or control.
Or control, I like those.
Let's throw normal.
Yep.
So are they trying to play
into curl
into their own and then off the side of the red?
That's what I believe they're doing. They're throwing normal at this, so I think the thought is pretty tough to get that to just, you got to just graze the red, I think, for the redirect. This might be one where I might be inclined to throw it with slightly less weight, but.
Okay, normal.
Looking for normal out of his hand. His normal takeout weight.
Whoa.
Clean. Cody.
Sounds like they need it to curl. They do need to hit just what they can see,
I think. Keep going.
Oh.
He's close. He's close to something good.
Whoa. Whoa.
Spun the right direction.
That is a good rock, and certainly one they can use if they can get an opportunity to use it.
Is there a way to get into the pocket there for Corbett?
Well, Scott was pretty confident they couldn't draw in and be shot, so let's see if Derek agrees. I'm waiting for Derek to run us through the options.
Yep.
So I think he's thinking if they draw there's no way for Dunnam to get two, and I'd agree with that.
I love that call. I think that's
I know.
perfect.
He's talking to the Brandon in his head.
Of course, if he leaves it.
Just top button,
Some
boys.
telepathy going on with Brandon, maybe?
Evan Jensen with his last stone of the third end, trailing 2-1 to Scott Dunnam.
Whoa. Nope. Whoa.
Looks like he may have fed this out a little bit with his out turn.
Yep. Whoa.
No.
Whoa. Yes, Austin, sweep.
Maybe a little bit of a soft release, and now it's curling.
Hard.
Seems like they
Mine's really good.
will be
Right here,
by.
boys. Whoa, whoa, off.
Looks like it needs to curl up just a little bit more.
Whoa. Whoa.
They jostle and might give Scott an opportunity.
Pretty good, Evan.
I
Yeah.
think we're trying to just. I mean,
We just right into the
I
crotch.
think it's only for 2.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, but
And
just
I-
think this one first.
Yeah. You want peel, right?
Sure. I mean, firm. I think it's plenty.
Firm.
What do you want to throw?
I want to throw firm. Yeah, is that pretty much where we need to hit it?
No, got to hit it like there.
Okay, give me a 1/2 inch of curl.
So we didn't hear this in other games, but I think if I was Coach Bruce Klauser listening in on some of this interaction so far, I might at the 5th end break suggest to Hunter that he back off a little bit on the advice with Scott. That might be their dynamic. I haven't seen them listen to them play a lot, but I'm a big believer in proper care and feeding of the skip. And I think Scott Dunnam's been in a really good headspace throughout this event, and I'd be focused on wanting to keep him there.
So last rock here in the third.
Whoa.
Dunnam looking to make a shot for 2.
Runs it in there. There's a chance at 3.
Hard, you got it.
It's close. Gotta get by. Oof.
Just a single.
1 yellow.
So Dunnam picks up 1 here in the third end. Corbett's going to have the hammer when we come back after this.
USA Curling aims to provide continued programming to grassroots, junior, and diversity and inclusion initiatives. Support the future of curling in the United States by making a donation at usacurling.org/donate.
And we're back here. Derek Corbett now has the hammer down 2 into the 4th end. He's playing those red stones.
Give you a quick update on some of the other sheets. Sheet
It's in, that's
7,
okay.
Luke Violette up 2-1 on Rich Ruinen. Violette has the hammer in the third end. Brundidge down 2-1 to Todd Birr. Brundidge will take hammer into the 4th end.
All right, that's all right.
And Dropkin Fenson. Dropkin is up 1-0. Fenson has the hammer playing the 4th end.
Yeah, just to the edge of the house.
Looks like those scores
I
need
don't
to
care
get
which way.
updated on Curling Zone a little bit.
In all those sheets, the houses look
get it for
pretty
control,
empty too.
A lot of conservative play across the sheets so far.
Oh, throw 6, okay? So good?
Derek may be trying to get a bad rock in his mind out of the way.
I don't know. I
Or
think
he
we're
might
fine on this. Just stay close, Aaron.
Feel like he has a straight one.
Just clean. Just clean. Close. Just clean.
Playing the hit here. They're down 3-1.
Oh, clean. Just clean. Yep.
Another option would be to play a corner guard.
Hard. Hard roll, boys. Anything. Anything. Fine. That's right.
I see some teams do this and then they play their corner guard with the second one.
Yeah, we've seen that. Certainly, it moves this rock further up in the rings, and you might end up with a better opportunity to their corner.
Generally, you play the delayed corner guard, so if they draw top 4 and the rule of thumb is if you feel like your skip can't outdraw it, then you should hit it and play the delayed
11.
Clean.
when the game is close.
Clean, just clean. Hunter.
It's a typical
Hunter hard.
strategy that teams employ there.
Hunter right to it.
Hunter Clausen trying to work this over. Like this to stick.
Okay, that's right. 11-3.
So let's see if they play the corner here now. Yep.
There you go. Corner guard goes up. So, Derek Corbett, another brainy type in the field. He's pursuing or has a PhD already. I'm not quite sure.
He does actually. He has a PhD in BioLife Forestry, was what he said. Forest BioLife. So he said it was about trees, and specifically dead trees.
The conversations we could have.
Gotta go. Weight's good. Gotta go, boys. Whatever you need. Gotta go hard. Make a good one. Really hard. Make it good too. Hard, boys. Right here. Hard, boys. Hard.
Really hard. You got it. You got it.
Very nice sweep, you two. Very nice sweep.
Derek giving his front end there some positive reinforcement, or his second and third.
I mean, we just want to be in.
So Scott's going to try to choke off this corner guard path.
Can't remove it yet because of the 5-rock rule.
He is there. He chokes off the corner guard path. This can be an effective play. It has to be a really good shot here, though. Not a big margin for error on this kind of shot.
This is a strategy that I remember seeing Brad Jacobs, I think, was the very first team that I remember watching play this choke off the corner strategy. And he did it very, very effectively. I think I saw him do that 2 years ago.
Whoa.
Looks here, guys.
4. Wait's
Looks here.
Wait's good.
Looks T-ish.
You want to be less than T.
Yeah, the key with this shot is to not
should be really close, like a 2 feet deep.
So that's...
Okay.
I would say that is definitely too deep.
Deeper than they would have liked. You want that to be just
I don't
into
mind
the
tapping
12 foot.
it. Yeah, I like that.
This gives Derek Corbett an opportunity to move this one back. He doesn't have to remove it from the rings. Just move it back behind this corner.
Backline, wait.
No,
Try to get just to the inside of it, or.
Yeah.
Yep.
I actually love the freeze.
You know what? Give me board. Let's tap it out of the house, all right, and try to roll right here.
If you play the freeze, what's the answer from the other team?
Yeah, I don't think there's any need to remove this here. Derek said he'd like to get rid of it, but I think it's only helping them right now. I think you could freeze or just move it back slightly. But I don't see the need to hit and roll under at this point.
Rocks behind the tee line when you're down with hammer are usually your friends.
Push! You got it! You got it! You got it! You got it! Keep going! Whoa, 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 whoa.
Good news is Austin Carlson's close to executing the shot as
nice
planned,
shot,
but I think he's rolled a little bit open, so now...
You want just nose?
A little bit more weight than he was hoping for there.
Yeah.
And a good thing, too, because
papered that guard.
Pretty close to that guard, yeah.
I mean, the opportunity here now for Scott Dunnam is that he can hit and move the play back towards the center. The freeze or the tapping it slightly keeps the play under the corner guard.
Good hat.
Clean.
Clean. Good.
Yep.
Yes.
Clean. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hunter. Clean. Dan.
I think they want to don't overcook this.
Dan, right to it.
Hard, Dan.
Clean,
He's going to stay right under it.
Really good.
Of course, now it's moving up, so now they're almost getting closer to accomplishing their original goal of choking off the corner guard.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a little less weight.
Still a little room there for Corbett to roll under the corner guard.
About the same. Where? Board. Board up. Off. Sweep it, Aaron. Sweep it, Aaron. Sweep it, Aaron.
It does. I don't see this rolling under the corner.
Roll it open. Roll it open.
Now he's going to try to roll open. Could roll big behind the Dunnam stone on the other side. So Scott Dunnam relieved to not be playing behind that corner guard.
Board.
A little down on my last board.
This also shows you how important weight control is there. If they play that a little too hot, they roll out of the rings, the corner guard's gone, and Corbett has nothing the rest of the end.
Hard, Dan. Clean, clean.
Clean.
Dunham's got to stick in the house here, too, or the corner can come into play.
Right. That's good, right there. Perfect.
I think he will.
Corner may come into play anyway. I think I might go under anyhow.
Certainly an option. There you see Derek Corbett. Just when I was going to talk about my theory, is someone with a PhD too intelligent for curling?
We're going to be behind the tee line.
I like Derek quite a bit.
On the tee line.
But I do like to joke with Daniel Dudd, also working on a PhD at Princeton, which I hear is a tough school to get into.
Okay. Right here.
One of the things I would say about Derek and his skipping, when I've noticed him in the past ficing with his brother, he's the guy who kind of brings up other options.
Yeah.
And I do feel like
Aaron.
he makes a decision, and then here you go. There's some more options. There's some other options.
That's the brain grinding.
Yeah.
Whereas mine has come to a stop much earlier.
I seem to recall quite a few conversations where Brandon's like, no, this is what we'll do.
Wait's close.
And I think that's a dynamic that definitely works for them. You know, they've been playing together for so long. And the thing too is, if Brandon had been here this week, we could have seen some struggles with mental fatigue, and that's across the board with all the teams in our skips. And having a third that is constantly coming up with other things, just reminding, hey, like in case you didn't see this is another option that we have. Skips, as you play throughout the round robin, you know, you can get tired up in your head. Your body might not feel tired, but your brain can. And just having someone that is not getting you too focused on one thing and making sure that you see all other options can be really, really beneficial too.
Nice draw around that corner.
That was a nice draw. Would loved it a fraction higher, but it doesn't really matter. Forces Hunter Clausen to play this freeze. Line looks pretty good.
Straight.
Now they're going to try to warp it over. No, Daniel Dunnam's going to try to hold it straight. He needs to stay on the corner of that stone.
Now we're going with Daniel Dunnam.
Great shot.
Daniel Dunnam, see, number 2. Mark it. Mark it. Did you see my tweet where I noted my notes where I try to get the names right? But there you go, Daniel Dunnam. Why not?
There's.
I mean, we've got Dunnams and a Dutt. I mean, this is not. Come on, people. This is not easy.
Got a lot of family connections on that team, anyhow.
I was going to say, I think yesterday I heard you call Riley Fenson Eric Fenson's younger brother.
Yeah, enough of that, Christine. That's, we're going to move on from that. Of course, the internet wasn't down then.
Hard everything, gotta go!
I'm sure Eric was very flattered by that.
Sweep, hard!
Just a quick reminder, this is our 10th game and day 3.
We should have gone out a little earlier.
And everyone is so appreciative of Dean constantly being here.
I think we just
I don't need the appreciation. I would just like to stop screwing up names, though, but hopefully I can improve as it goes on.
So unfortunate there that Carlson's
draw
draw came up a bit light.
Yep.
Side.
Yeah, this gives Scott Dunnam a chance to guard this stone and really put some pressure on Evan Jensen.
We'll let you know who to go for line.
Yeah, nice and easy, little secret.
Yep. Same way as I threw it on that guard 2 ends ago. Would be great.
Looks a little hot. Really soft release though.
So they think it was not much of a positive release, but with a slow
Cody,
slide.
for now.
We're curling line.
Yep, Cody a little.
Curling line.
Clean. Yep.
Line's good.
Actually, the opposite.
Might have to curl now. Curl.
You have to. Daniel Dutt's going to work it over.
Gotta curl. Gotta curl.
Curl it more.
Keep going,
right
Dan.
There, right there.
I don't think they're going to want to overdo it.
Great sweep, guys. Perfect.
Real perfect
Great
spot.
sweep.
It was a very well managed rock. Everyone was involved in that shot, and on this kind of ice, throwing guards can be really challenging. So having everyone involved in that way and making sure that that guard is perfect, which it is, really helps make shots just like that.
Firm.
Feeling like he's got to move this one on the button. Going to try to play the run back.
Whoa. Blow out. Close. 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 Whoa.
He's close.
Swing. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, nice shot there.
It's a nice rock. Evan Jensen hasn't faced a lot of easy shots this week, so good throw.
I softed that actually.
Okay. Oh, I mean, it did curl. I like this.
I think I can give you the same kick with just a normal ab. That was a soft ab.
Hear him discussing his weight and his last
one. It really
one.
just needs to be second shot, right? It just needs to be full 8. Yeah.
Top 8 makes the draw difficult for Evan Jensen on his last.
Could leave it there.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad, as long as you, especially if you can at least get edge to edge or a little better than that. Doesn't have to be fully buried though, that's for sure.
It's good.
I think it's always Dan.
Scott Dunnam's last rock of the
Let it
fourth
grip,
end
let it
on
grip.
its way.
Let it grip, guys.
Sounds like it's a little solid. Cody Klauser stopping Daniel Dutt from even dusting it.
Don't want this to drift beyond the tee.
Okay, max weight. Yeah.
So needs to move it a little bit to score, but it's certainly available to him. Evan Jensen.
Okay. Just a draw to the back of the house. It goes through this rock.
We're like pros at that. Drawing back to the back of the house. All right.
Evan Jensen.
Soft release.
Close. Whoa. Whoa, off.
Talking about a
Stay
soft
close.
release here.
Whoa.
Which means that
Close.
weight should come off and it
Whoa.
might curl
Bear.
a little sooner than they expect.
Whoa, we don't have anything
Definitely needs to curl. I think this is trouble. Trouble in Wausau right here.
Just a little
It's
too
heavy.
much weight there.
Yeah, right.
It's going to be a steal of 2 here for Dunnam.
Good throw.
So Dunnam's going to take a 5-1 lead heading into the 5th, and Corbett will have the hammer when we come back after this.
Like, yeah, you gotta be.
No matter what speed you're comfortable with, the G50 line has a shoe for you.
That's comfortable and stylish.
When it was time to get his first pair of curling shoes, we went with Goal Line. Now it's time for the G50.
Looks great, but it grips better than anything. Man, this is a light curling shoe.
These remind me of why I like to play the game.
This is actually the most comfortable curling shoe I have ever owned. It's a Gold Line.
It's a Gold Line.
It's a Gold Line.
And it's the choice of champions.
And we're back here, 5th end, Dunnam and Corbett.
Pretty good.
It was an unfortunate
Right here,
turn of
guys.
events there for Corbett. And such a great shot there by Evan Jensen on his first.
You going
to kinda
3?
open up the button.
It looks closer
And
than you
then,
think.
Dunnam caps the button, and there was
just-
no
just-
real answer there.
Just dust it, right here.
Drifting on by.
As tight as we can.
Yeah, just overthrew it. You know,
Is
if
it on?
you're Scott
Yes.
Dunnam, you're just trying to be patient, keep making Evan Jensen face situations like that, and eventually you'll probably get a mistake.
It is on.
Updates on other sheets. Luke Violette is up 2-1, playing the
I
5th
think
against
probably
Rich
hit and roll
Roonan.
is still the right call.
They're moving towards a blank, but it looks like
Just figure out how to do
Rich
that.
Roonan
Control.
has a chance
Control.
to
Yep.
lie 2, although Luke Violette's rock, I think, is
What rock?
partially buried.
What rock?
Rich
Yeah,
has
it's
to-
about a 2/3 buried.
Yeah, so, and Rich also has to avoid his own rock at the back of the rings. Lots of rocks in play in the 5th end between Corey Dropkin and Riley Fenson.
Yep.
Joe Polo
Yep.
just dramatically improved the situation
Harder.
over there
Hard.
for,
Really hard, Aaron.
for Corey
Whoa,
Dropkin.
whoa. Yep. Whoa. Yep.
Back to our feature game.
Yep. Yep.
5th
Whoa,
end,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
5-1 Scott Dunnam.
Yep. Whoa. Not in. Not in.
Derek Corbett hits and rolls, stays out of the ring, so it can't be removed. And here's Daniel Dutt. Daniel competed in the mixed doubles with his sister Susan. Had a pretty good run.
Almost. Well, I think we're top 8.
Line's perfect. Play the weight, guys. Line's perfect. Play the weight.
Trying to put this at top of the
15-8.
forefoot.
Gotta go a little.
See if Cody
Code.
Cody Klauser jumps
Right to
in
the
here.
top 4.
15-8.
Right to the top 4.
Yeah, leave it.
Good.
Good shot, good result.
Guard, yep.
Gonna stack the guards here, I think.
It's the 6 rock. What? I need more ice. You want the roll? No, it's the 6 rock.
Luke Violette
I need more
facing
ice.
two
Yeah.
Rich
I got
Ruin
it.
encounters with his last one, drawing for 1 in the 5th end right now.
1, guys.
He does have all of the forfeit. Derek
That's
Corbett, his second of this end.
Looking for a 1 guard.
Go if you need. It'll curl,
Throwing
that's fine.
lead
The line's
rocks
really
and
good.
calling
Line's
the
really
game.
good. Easy, easy, easy. It's deep, guys. It's
I'll
deep.
quickly
It's
update
deep.
for people who are interested.
It's
Luke
deep.
Violette
Whoa. Just
scores
2.
1 to tie that game,
Whoa.
5-5 at the break.
Close. Whoa.
What?
Sorry, 2-2 at the break, the 5th end break. All right, I might have to step out for a bit.
That's the important part is it's tied.
Sorry, I don't even think I have that right. It's actually 3-1 for
Oh.
Luke Violette. That was a heck of an update. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I had one of those earlier.
Yeah, we will. Maybe we'll just prevent some updates for a little bit. Focus on this game.
I tell you what, I'm standing in front
Gonna
of
have to
7.
curl a
I'll try
bit.
to cover that one.
Yes, it does.
Go to your broom. We can go.
Whoa, whoa, just dust it. Just dust it.
Whoa.
No, it's perfect.
We're there.
If anything, we want to cover that side, right?
No, what I would say
Good.
about the Dunnam rink is just
Perfect.
their execution has been pretty spot on this game, particularly in the front end.
I think through the whole event, you know, they started off with 2 good wins, and then they had a tough day, and then they've rebounded though.
Yeah, I think we.
And I've been
I
impressed
think
with
we gotta
them
get rid of this.
in this event. I mean, I know these
let's do
guys a
this.
little bit from because
to
they're
run it.
out of Philadelphia, but and I've been impressed with them. But I think it looks like this year it's a little bit of an evolution of their game where they've stepped it up just a bit.
I'm thinking back in this game, and just Corbett just hasn't had many opportunities to play offense.
Off.
No,
Off. Oh, off. Fine. It's a good throw.
I don't think Evan Jensen's really had a single shot as a skip
Good
where you
finish.
can feel like you make a shot and you're
Peel
putting
the
some
top.
pressure on your opponent.
You like peel the top?
Good call.
Todd Birr looking to get maybe into the win column. He's up 4-1 on Brundidge.
And that's certainly a game that Brundidge needs. He's at 3-3.
Nice code.
I think we need another one. 1.
Derek Corbett's going to put up another high corner guard.
What? Yeah, you said a 1, I think.
Brundidge has got a pretty favorable schedule going forward. He can somehow squeak out a victory here in a comeback fashion. He's got Riley Fenson, and he's also got Scott Dunnam. Well, I guess maybe I wouldn't call it favorable the way Scott's playing.
Yeah.
Maybe
And-
an average schedule might be the best way of looking at it.
Yeah, and I think while they're up and down, Riley Fenson's certainly capable of beating most teams in this field.
With board.
Christine McMakin here
Yeah, as
played
long
with
as
Riley
you like
Fenson in the
airtight
mixed
instead of
doubles.
wide, right?
Yeah.
I sure did.
So Hunter is going to try to make a play on the tight guard with a little less weight.
Clean.
How did you and Riley
Yep.
come together as a mixed doubles team?
Clean. Whoa.
Well, in 2016, I played third for him in the Youth Olympic Games trials, which, if anyone remembers, we lost that trials spot because we ran out of time in the final game. And then a couple years later, like, we just stayed really good friends, and a couple years later he asked if I wanted to play mixed doubles, and we went to Eau Claire to play, and ended up making the semifinal there in Eau Claire, and just been playing ever since. We just work really well together.
2, 3. 3's good.
Hunter Clausen in our feature game made a great shot on that tight guard, just sneaking by the high guard.
A little bit, Evan.
Which also seems to be the way sometimes
Right here, just here.
late in this event when you're down 5-1. The other team makes a lot of good shots against you.
Hard, boys. Hard. Gotta go line. Push it.
So our fifth end break interview is going to be a recorded segment that Price has done with Matt Hamilton.
Nice shot, you.
So you want to stay tuned for that.
Whoa.
No.
Sure, Price will have to coax a conversation out of Matt Hamilton.
Yeah. I think Matt found out that
Clean.
the man bun here was on the features, so he had to counter.
Matt has got some glorious hair. And
good.
for such a good cause, too.
Nice sweeping.
Tell us about that.
All right, 3 rocks left.
I don't want to talk too much about it because I'm not sure I remember exactly what it is, but I think he might talk about it in the pre-recorded interview, fifth end break session. But my understanding was that he was growing it for Children for Hope, I think is the name of the organization, which is like he was going to donate it to kids with cancer, basically.
That's great. I think we will hear a little bit more about that in the interview. So.
Clean. Off.
Comes Aaron Carlson.
Clean. Sweep.
His last stone of this end.
Off.
To hit and roll over into this area.
Nice shot.
I would love to just kick this here, right?
Yeah.
I would really like to see a score
nice
update
board.
for sheet 5 because
Like
I
that.
think Fenson just took 3 on Corey Dropkin.
Well, the numbers are coming out now. I'm not going to
Board,
rush
good
to an
board.
update after my last one.
It was a
Board
3.
is like 12-5-ish, so probably 12 and a quarter. 12,
3-1
yeah,
now.
somewhere between 12
Fenson
and
over
12.
Dropkin.
Good.
Scott Dunnam playing with a lot of confidence. One thing I'll say about Scott Dunnam's delivery, it may not be the prettiest in the field, but it's awfully consistent. It looks the same every time.
He has looked like that since he was a junior.
Yep.
Sort of a little bit of a
Hard, Dan.
Saskatchewan style slide.
Was reminding me a little bit of a
Gotta go for weight,
Todd
gotta go.
Birr delivery.
Yeah, a
to be
little
honest
bit.
with you.
A little bit, yeah.
Hard, Dan.
You got it, hard,
Need
Dan.
to hold
Hard,
this.
Dan.
This is
Hard,
curling
Dan.
hard.
Go hard, Hunter. Hard.
Gonna want to move this as far as they can. I think
Sorry,
he
guys.
might move it
Good
just
sweep,
far
Dan.
enough. Didn't throw that particularly
Ah.
well.
Where? Oh boy, I don't know.
I think he's third.
Seemed pretty confident they were better than that, and then he said, maybe not. I think he is
I think
third.
we're 3.
Yes.
Okay. This is here. It goes over if you make it right. I think the double, we sit here and here. That's pretty good.
I think they have to take on the double.
This isn't any good. They're just going to dig it. We could do this. Like the double? You want the double?
I like the double.
Let's throw the double.
They get
Yeah,
back
sure,
to
yeah.
option A.
Yeah.
They're back to throwing the double. And settling in on ice.
All right, it's pretty thin, Evan, okay? You got to get this over the back, over the face of the back one. We'll throw the intern. That good? And let's throw firm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Firm intern coming down here. Needs to hit it sort of thin to make the double and avoid his own stone at the back of the rings.
You think about a quarter rock, baby?
Yeah. I mean, it's certainly a nice double to throw.
Aaron, sweep, gotta go.
Sounds like he might have got it started.
Gotta go, come on, hard.
He's working this hard. It looks close, though. Looks real close.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Good sweep. Throw, Evan.
You like just here?
Need to hit it thinner?
Yeah.
Or do you want to go open
Might
side?
have been even thinner than I imagined.
Okay. You like here? Speed will be good.
Scott Dunnam did talk about just drawing open side. I see no
Like
reason
half
why
open
you
is
wouldn't
ideal.
try to duck one under this guard.
Speed will be good. 15-7. Line is not super important, so play the weight. A piece under, a piece of the 4 would be nice.
I'm going to try another update here and say Todd Birr is leading Jed Brundidge 4-1 playing the 5th end, and he's currently lying 1.
Sounds factually correct.
I think I nailed that one.
Yep.
Back to Scott Dunnam with his last stone.
I liked it.
Could make a good one here.
It's got to curl,
Wait
guys.
there. Wait, line only. Wait only. Wait only.
Right where Hunter's broom is.
We look here. Yeah, I think just off, guys. 15 seconds. 15.
So 15 seconds would have been about back 8 during
right.
our game.
Just pretty close to being. Back 4. So now Evan Jensen will try to draw against 2 Scott Dunnam stones with his last. Needs full forefoot.
All of you. You're really close to the backing on this line, so I don't think you can. Easy. Where?
And like it out of his hand.
Yeah, line's good. You don't need help, do you?
They're working on it.
15-7. It's pretty good.
15-7 should be pretty good.
Very nice, Evan. Good sweep, boys. 1 red.
Well done.
Good stone there by Evan Jensen. So Derek Corbett picks up 1 here in the 5th end. It's going to be down 5-2 when we come back after the break.
USA Curling is committed to diversity, equity, and inclusion in sport. Our new Icebreakers program, created and led by Deborah Martin and Dean Gemmel, will promote strategic outreach by clubs to Black, Indigenous, and populations of color that have been underrepresented in curling. By introducing our amazing sport to new groups, we can create lasting connections that will benefit our clubs and the communities around them. You can find more information about Icebreakers in the Diversity and Inclusion section at usacurling.org. Icebreakers. Share the sport. Elevate the game.
All right, back here, 5th end break of tonight's game, and with Matt Hamilton, the great one, the outstanding Matt Hamilton with Team Schuster. Matthew, how are you doing, buddy? Have you recovered from the Calgary bubble, man? It was a great run you guys had. I hope all's well, and thanks for joining us, bud.
How's it going, Price? Things are good. Happy to be back from that bubble. It was it started out okay, and it got a little stressful at the end. So very happy to be back. I've been able to unwind, get some rounds of golf in, been back at work. So yeah, starting to feel a little bit back to normal again with vaccines and everything too. So
yeah, awesome. Yeah, we were so proud, guys, and just the way you, of course, represented Team USA again, and a fantastic run. Obviously, yeah, it got a little hairy there at the end, but I mean, you guys made us proud, as you always do, win or lose. It's the way you guys represent, Team USA on the ice. And, what was it like, speaking of one of your teammates, man, you got to watch Chris Plies win, I don't want to call it your mixed double national championship because I know how much you love mixed doubles, but I know he's also your boy. Kind of what you guys went through in Calgary and kind of Chris to end the season on that winning note, man, that had to have been cool as one of his best friends.
Yeah, it was awesome to kind of see him get over the hump because he's gotten second before at mixed doubles, and I think every time he's played, he makes the playoffs, at least in this last quad. So cool to see him get a win here and go into a bubble, another tough setting, and get the job done. So happy for him. Sent him a text pretty much right away once I found out. So pretty cool for him. I'm excited.
Yeah, he took his win. He took his roses and medal, and he was out of here last night, back in Duluth before our heads hit the pillow, man. But, look, your sister, I know you're proud. The Ham Fam, hashtag the Ham Fam. I know you're incredibly proud watching your sis, man, Becca and Team Peterson win that bronze medal, the Women's World Championship. How cool was that watching her kind of finish off this season, like that?
Well, I mean, just the fact that they got bronze is cool, but to me, the mental grind that they had to go through, especially going through those slams where they didn't have their best performance and then get to a world championship, talk about kind of getting beat down before you have this big goal of Olympic trial spot. Yeah. And then obviously your own goal of medaling and maybe winning. But they kind of got beat down early and then were able to rally and put a bunch of games together and qualify. And then, they went on that great run in the playoffs and, what do you do? I was hoping they were going to pull it out for the win, but I mean, bronze is pretty incredible. And after that kind of start, hats off to those ladies. They kicked butt.
No question about it. All right, now getting back to Team Schuster, obviously you guys are now going to get ready for the 2021, Olympic trials coming up in Omaha this fall.
Yeah.
We've starting to get past this pandemic. Things are opening up. We still don't really know 100% what our season's going to look like, especially in, the early fall. But, what are you guys going to do? Have y'all mapped out a plan? Kind of what the ground is going to look like in terms of prep planning and getting ready for those trials to, have a shot to go back to, to the Winter Olympics?
Well, if nothing else, we felt like this last season showed that, even with, minimal practice time and minimal games, that we can still prepare and be ready to play at a high level, going technically at the World Championships this year. So I don't necessarily think that really affected it, but depending on how this whole pandemic thing goes, hopefully these vaccines are kicking butt and everything, back to normal by next fall. But again, you never know. So
yeah,
we've talked about it. We know that we have to be flexible and kind of roll with the punches. So yeah, we're just going to try and get some good games in next year early, and obviously get as much training as we can in, and make a good run in November.
All right, a couple off ice questions for you, real quick, before we let you go here at the fifth end break. You're getting ready to come back to Greenville, my hometown, Greenville, South Carolina, playing the BMW Charity Pro-Am. You met your idol there, Aaron Rodgers, again a couple years ago,
Brett
right?
And
Brett Favre. Yeah, I mean, it's a diehard Packer backer. Look at this. He's going to get the pack lid right now as we're sitting in his home state of Wisconsin right here.
This is the one where I got Rodgers and Favre on it.
Dude, awesome.
Yeah.
And you got to come to Greenville, South Carolina to do it. I know it's a fun event. You're pumped up. You get to play in the celebrity softball tournament. You hopefully will make another cameo with your loud pants, loud outfit, that you wear, on the Golf Channel, because Golf Channel covers some of it. Pumped to come back and play in that charity event.
Yeah, it's a wonderful event, that BMW Pro-Am down there. I just feel fortunate to get to hack it around the golf course with some of these pros and guys aspiring to be PGA carded pros. So that's always fun for me to do, and just kind of chat with them and kind of pick their brain about golf and, sport a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's all these celebrities that you get to meet. It's a lot of good fun, and they raise a ton of money for the charities that they donate to down there. So it's a really cool event. And I think this year, instead of the softball game, it's a par 3 challenge somewhere. So
okay.
I don't know all the details, but it should be fun.
All right, last one too. I mean, your culinary skills are unparalleled, man. There's nobody in the kitchen like Matthew Hamilton. What have you been cooking up during the pandemic? We talked not long ago. You got some new toys that you've been using. What's it been like in the Hamilton the kitchen? Whipping up some good stuff for Jen lately.
Oh man, just the other day I had the smoker out. I had a pork shoulder. I did it, and then I made a quick slaw out of some Brussels sprouts and cabbage and onion and other stuff. Yesterday I made stock. I had a bunch of beef bones and other bones that I like saved from, maybe a month ago, threw in the freezer in a bag, and decided I'd roast all that up and throw it in a pot and make some stock. So yeah, I'm always dabbling, trying to make sure I have stuff available to me when I want to cook. When I do want to do something fun, I've got good homemade stock instead of store-bought stuff.
Well, I know one thing: you've eaten good through this pandemic, man. The last 15 months have not been bad in terms of your system and eating really good food coming out of your kitchen, man.
Yeah.
It's always great to see you, buddy. Just congratulations again on the run at the Men's World Championship. Really proud of you guys, and can't wait to see you again really soon.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys. Good luck, everyone. Have fun.
Thanks for Matt for taking the time. Back to our feature matchup here.
we're probably
Corbett
at time, right?
down 3, looking to climb back and make a
I know
comeback.
the viewers are probably bored, but we're on.
Yeah, Scott Dunnam
okay.
firmly in
Don't
control of this game so far. Up
Not
3
good.
on the scoreboard,
Yes.
but also haven't
As
really
if my sliding leg needs more of
He'd
that.
be on time if he wasn't fraternizing with the enemy over here.
haven't really been facing any serious pressure either.
Well, that too.
I think what my body needs is more sleep.
Derek Corbett
love this,
going to get a conversation out of the way, and we'll return to the
I
action.
think we go here. Yeah.
Over on
Okay,
sheet
tie
7,
3.
Rich Roonan trying to play a double to sit 1. Hitting a roll. Rolls too far. Violet likely
2-3.
going to be forcing him to
Line's good,
force
just
here
wait.
in the
Wait's all
6th
there.
end.
4 or 5. Clean it, Aaron.
Which has really seemed to have a hard time this week building ends. I haven't seen them sort of with an end where a big number is threatening too often. I haven't looked at their sheet a ton, but
Earlier this end, they had a spot where they had a chance to kind of hit and roll and sit 3. They kind of hit the opposite direction, gave Violet a double that they made. Kind of ended their chances.
Good,
of a
you like
big
good
end there.
board, 12?
so Scott Dunnam asking for 12 on this hit. 12 hog-to-hog time. Cody Klauser. Cody's delivery
Clean.
technically has improved quite a bit over the years. It's really
Hunter.
pretty solid right now when you look at it.
Hunter! Oh, whoa. Dan. Nice.
Yes,
Gotta go, Dan.
A good result for Cody Klauser with that shot.
I'll trade you. Oh. You get to sweep again.
Wouldn't have minded rolling maybe just a fraction more.
Sweep. Every inch, Aaron. Yep. Never up. Never up. Yep. Never up.
Looks like it's going to be
Hard,
low side.
hard,
I
hard.
don't
It's
think
really
they'll
close.
get the double. They're close,
Beauty.
but not
Good shot.
quite.
Good
Nope,
sweep.
they made it.
Same weight.
Little harder on me. He maybe could have rolled all the way under the center guard there.
So for Scott Dunnam, the mission the rest of the way is just avoid any big trouble.
Yep.
Manage the game as he has. That said,
Hard.
in a long week,
Keep going.
strategically, they might
Right to it.
be thinking about the opportunity to get off the ice a little early.
Okay, here nose.
Never a bad thing.
Okay.
Rich Roonan with his final stone on 7, facing 3 Violet stones. He's got a little backing.
Not like they can't hit it, but we got to try. Control.
That's hanging out there.
Now they're trying to work that over Croy Nurnberger.
This doesn't look that great.
Oh,
he might have got his 1.
He's going to score 1.
So Roonan picks up 1. He's going to be down
Control.
1. Violet's going to have the hammer in the
Off,
7th.
Off.
That was definitely a point they needed. Game on the line sort of over there.
I curled less than his firm. It's good.
Over here, hit
nice,
and
Aaron.
roll to the wing.
I like control.
5.
These two teams look to be on the way to exchanging hits. That center line guard is so long it's almost not a factor.
10-5.
I mean, being down as much as Corbett is, would you ever just consider ignoring a stone on the edge and just putting another guard out there, maybe one closer to the ring, so that you could Try to sink one around after.
I think that would be a good thought, actually.
Clean. Yep.
Yeah,
Especially-
I think sixth end at this point they need to start taking some
Clean,
risk,
clean,
especially
clean.
because they haven't really
Nice
forced
shot.
Scott into a ton of really hard shots.
10-6.
I mean, making this roll is extremely hard, right? And even if you do, that guard is so long.
It's not particularly valuable. I think they could have ducked another short guard around the high one.
Yeah.
And then, sort of force the play to the center. They're going to have to, reality is, they're going to have to make good shots to get back into this game. They can't run it up and down the ice. They're down 5-2 and they haven't threatened. So they are going to have to make harder shots than Team Dunnam is in order to get back in it.
Now that they've rolled out, Dunnam's going to go up there and just rip the guard.
Yeah.
And you've got nothing.
And he will move to the 7th end with a blank and start counting down the ends.
Just dust it. Whoa, curl.
I think they've got it, maybe a little thinner than they might have liked, but good enough. Hunter sort of reacts as if he missed because it wasn't as artful appeal as he'd hoped.
Yeah, you know what? We'll go right here. Just out. They're gonna peel
Just
it probably,
out?
but okay. Yeah.
Just out.
So now
guys.
they're guarding, maybe about 5 shots too late, but I think I might just put this one in the rings at this point. Maybe put it in a weird spot. See if I can get some sort of
Hold tight.
miss out of Scott Dunnam. Of course, the other theory here is he puts it a little bit short and maybe gets a skips peel, which can be a nose hit.
I got you, Eric.
Certainly a tough spot either way.
Yeah.
You got to create some opportunities, though. Like in the, you had that.
You like
long
coming around
guard,
this
if
way
you-
and just like hang a piece.
Let's quickly hear what
And
Scott's
if it's deep,
thought
just take
process
it
is here.
But preferably just go here.
I don't know.
It's an even. I don't hate going for 2. I just don't feel like they're.
All right, let's do it.
Like middle is. So maybe just a sliver outside middle? Because we can show a piece, right?
Yeah.
Kind of shocked they're going to do this.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I actually think the sentence he was about to finish was that they weren't really pressing him.
Just come around top house.
Again, this might seem like maybe not the way you'd play in a national championship, but if they could get off the ice in 8 ends,
That's not to throw heavy. It's
I
pretty
think
quick,
that's an
right?
advantage. They got a big game tonight. They're not getting pressed by this team right now. If he can score 2 here and go up 7-2, and even a single, like he said, a single here in 6, he's going to feel pretty good about it.
I think that the key here is this needs to be top 8.
Soft, gotta go.
Deeper, really. Like biting forefoot is close. But if it's deeper than that, then
Line's good.
Evan
a
Jensen
look.
freezes.
Hard.
Yeah,
and
gotta go.
Now you have a tougher shot for 2.
Really hard.
Said it was a little soft
Dan,
out of
you got
his
it.
hand, but now they're trying to work it at the end here. I think
Bite
it's
it,
pretty
bite it,
good.
bite it, bite it,
Keep
bite
going,
it,
keep
bite
going,
it.
keep
They got to
going.
get a little
No, as far as
deeper,
it'll go.
though. They got to get it deeper.
As far as it'll go.
You don't want to make his last shot especially tough.
It's pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
It's true. That was not the result they wanted, despite the fact that I endorsed that call.
Yeah, I was not in love with that idea. If you were going to, just. The other guard was there. They ripped that guard. Now they put another one up, and you're going to come around it. I don't know.
Yeah, and now
commit to a plan is my point.
I think that's a fair one, Joe.
Clean. Clean.
And now he
Line
might
sweep.
face a tougher
Yeah,
shot
line.
for a single point, but
Sweep line.
it's
Sweep
just
line.
tight
hard.
for line
Hard
right
line.
now.
Hard line. Aaron.
Tight for
Push.
line.
Hard.
I think they're going to get by, though.
You gotta go by the yellow. Oh, you're good. You're by.
No,
You're
they're by
by.
everything.
Curl. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Just a bit heavy.
Okay.
Didn't get the finish.
Line's perfect.
That said, Scott Dunnam is.
Just take our one. It's edge on edge. I think we can do
We
it.
can definitely make it. You can make it like half if you really want it.
You like just through though?
I like just through, yeah. Make sure he's fair.
Like there?
Yeah.
What I do like is Scott Dunnam's playing with confidence.
through.
And if he makes this shot, that confidence will only grow. That said, I think big shot here actually for him, maybe for the rest of the week. It might seem inconsequential, but miss on his first. If he can answer here and get a deuce. Otherwise, he has to question his decision making. He's going to throw just through, he said. He'd like to just move this back, score 2.
I really like the weight call for this. I think it's a very manageable weight. The sweepers can do a lot with manipulation here.
Whoa.
However, he's heavy.
A little big.
Curl!
I need to move this over with the curl side. It's got a ways to go. Trying.
Pretty close.
It is really trying.
I think it's on the lid.
I just worry that like when those wind up being successful, that people think that like that's the right call all the time. I'm not sure that it is. So,
no, I'd agree with you, and I think for viewers out there, I think your thoughts on the right call was the peel.
Oh, you want this one?
But there were some certain elements of what Scott was doing
we
there
can
that I
almost play
liked,
this side.
but yeah,
What?
should have peeled.
I don't care. This side.
That said, scoring there, he's comfortable now, up 6-2, playing 7 without the hammer.
And also that being said, he's out there and I'm back here, so what do I know?
This on in the future, but for now this is good. 1-2 guys, 1-3 guys.
I think that the goal on that 6th end there really should have been score or blank. And by not peeling the guard, they were risking the steal.
Yeah, but I think they're also feeling pretty confident about their chances in this game. Of course, that can lead to overconfidence, but I think the fact that they haven't been pressed in this game, I think, is drove that call quite a bit too.
Sure.
Daniel Dutt will be asked to cap the one that's just slipped to the back button.
You're going to have to curl it.
Like this
Cody,
one
take
has
over.
Ways to go.
You don't have to curl it anymore. You don't have to curl it. It's got to be as deep as possible. Okay.
So Dunnam does a fair amount of switching for freshness. Kind of like that.
Freeze! Let's move it. Is there any way we can move it? Yeah. Just back. Yeah, back 8. Wait. Just back 8.
No matter how strong or fit a person is, you are going to have less left at the end of sweeping versus at the end.
With back 8 weight.
No different than when you're doing your 10th rep in the gym. You have less than when you started.
I think just the outside of the center 8. Yeah, let's keep going. Yeah.
Sounds like they're going to go after shot
just
stone. What do you think about maybe ticking the stone instead?
Just back 8 weight. Here we go. That's like a 4-0.
Yeah, I mean they don't need to. Again, they don't need to make this go away in particular.
Yeah, they said back 8 weight. I think they just want to move it off the bottom.
Close. Yep, gotta go. Yep. Yeah, line. Gotta go. Oh, yes. Gotta go. Hard. Gotta go. Hard. Really hard. Really hard. Whoa. Really hard. Whoa. Let it
so there you go. You like the tick, Joe?
I love the tick here.
Good. No. That was the call. That's perfectly fine result. I know. Perfectly fine. Yep.
I wonder how Derek feels about it.
I wonder if that rock spun in.
Close. They weren't
I think
really
this is on.
Yeah, they weren't really paying attention to it. You might want to confirm that with his opposition.
I think so, yeah. Do you guys want to check if this is on?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
We'll see if they want to measure.
You can pull out the biter bar.
I know that some of the houses were hand painted,
just swing it.
and some of them are off. I know, particularly at the edges.
So it sounds like they are going to get the biter bar.
The biter bar.
I don't know.
Yet another crude implement from the game of curling. This one's especially effective, though.
The other one was our game too.
He's a troublemaker.
Well, actually, it was Rich who called for it.
Here it comes. They're going
It was Rich who called
bring
for
this
it.
out and decide
the second most.
And they weren't even going to
exciting
hit it.
measure
They just
in
wanted to
curling.
know if it was on.
Let's see. I don't know. Scott almost just walked up and hit it without consulting. It's on.
In.
In.
Good eye shot.
So something I haven't. Maybe you know this, Joe. What do they do if that yellow rock was covering the pinhole?
That's a
You like
great
control
question.
or
I do not know
board?
the answer.
I think they'd have to move it and then replace it back, right?
Mark it somehow with some
Yeah.
feet, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's what
I think
you'd have
that's
to
what
do.
you'd have to do.
I think it might be umpire's discretion if for some reason they can't use a measuring device, because I think I saw that actually in a previous event. They weren't sure if a rock had completely passed the back line, and this was in Canada. And the umpire came over and visually confirmed that it was out because
Out the other side,
they
out the other
could
side.
not move the rocks that were covering the button.
Not bad. 10.
I've also seen that and for hog lines too, to make sure that a rock is over the hog line.
Our crack research team indicates that a carpenter square can be used at times.
Just control.
Also, the old Dunkin' Donuts coffee cup. Have you never seen that one? No, yeah, there's a couple tricky ones, but
Control. Sweep.
Trying to make a play on the stone on the button.
Sweep.
Roll behind some cover.
Whoa, 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 cross. Cross.
Roll this one.
Yep. Roll.
Pretty close.
Hard.
yeah,
That's good. That's really nice, actually, Austin.
very nice shot. I've been impressed by Austin
take that,
Carlson.
You like
actually.
the
He's made
chase?
a lot of nice shots, and you know,
Yeah, just hack.
Curls nicely here.
they're getting into it a little bit here.
Got some things working, couple corners.
One option here would have been to. Let me see.
Clean. Yep.
Going to take a
Clean.
run at
Clean.
moving this one.
Clean. Hunter clean. Hunter. Whoa, Dan. Nice, really good.
Good throw by
Board.
Cody Klauser, who
Good
seems
shot.
to be playing well this week.
Sometimes
Yeah,
it just
good.
feels like
Very
there
good
isn't a
board.
rock they
11-6.
can't sweep to get to. They just seem like they have such control over their weight, and Scott is calling the line with such confidence.
Yeah, full credit to them. They're playing awfully well.
I haven't given you a broom yet.
Broom is irrelevant, Derek.
I love the enthusiasm. If you make it, you don't even need me. Mine's good. Aaron's rock.
There's a.
No, nothing. Got a curl.
7.
This isn't that bad, actually.
No, he didn't need
They
it.
sweep it
Enthusiasm.
over.
Make room. Yep.
There are a number of players that will tell
Push.
you that you can.
Yeah, push, but can say
To a
shot.
degree, I
That
think when
works.
you're in
Hey,
the
you got
hack,
line
you have to be
perfect.
thinking about your
I'll
own
just
shot
chill
and
here.
Do you
know
want to
your
chase?
own ice a little bit.
Fully
Just
buried
hack though.
without a line.
12-7, 12-5. Clean.
Whoa.
Cody.
Go.
Just noticing that Team
Cody
Corbett,
the rest of the way.
one of their
Gotta go the
sponsors
rest of the
on
way.
their jackets is Corbett Curling
You got it.
Technologies.
You're moving it hard. Keep going.
I don't know how they inked
Keep
that
going,
deal.
Keep going. Nice shot. Great sweep.
I
It was
used
a
to
tough
do-
negotiation.
I used to do a similar thing, so.
Just gotta pull that.
Go ahead. No, just kidding.
Dean, you used to find the micro sponsorship.
Yes, that was a thing we did in 2015 where we asked how many people would be willing to donate $100 to a team of old guys. Turns out a number. So, and then we filled our jacket with logos.
Mine's good.
Looked like an
Evan's
iPad.
rock.
And eventually were successful in the main goal, which was changing the cresting policy at the time.
Hard.
So
5 guys. 5. Push it. Push it. Push it. Push it. Come on. Come on. Hard. Push it. Come on. Hard.
trying to work this over
Hard. Hard. Push. Come on.
and get it in. Well, it's in, but I believe it's third
It's
shot.
a biter, but I think we wrap.
Yeah.
We're 2-3. I don't see how they ever get both of those.
I think you're better than 2-3, 1-2.
Yeah, that's what I mean. 1-2.
I like the wrap.
You like here?
Yeah.
Top 4.
You choose 16-8.
Could maybe split that Corbett stone on.
Yeah, they could split it on, so you want to make sure this one's pretty good.
Yeah.
Top 8.
They didn't give any consideration to throwing this with a wide out turn. The way those guards are lined up, it might be pretty nice. Certainly a harder shot, but might have a slightly better result.
Right here, guys. Always Dan.
Yes, Dan.
Always Dan.
I mentioned the other day, or maybe today, that's the reason the World Curling Federation went to wider sheets was they were hoping that people would play wider around corner guards that way.
Just don't bounce it.
Bounce.
That never really happened.
That's right.
All right.
So just short.
Right here.
So now there's a staggered guard. They're going to look at that.
Or tap. I kind of like the tap.
I like
I mean,
trying to play
they're
this
both
like
there.
a split.
This probably isn't though. They'll see a piece. Yeah. So I think we do this, or we tap. But I think not tap. Let's try this.
So
here you go. Here's around the wide side.
Going around the wide side. He was pretty sold on the tap until he wasn't. Real wild ride with Derek Corbett. You never know where that brain's going to go. Actually, I've been saying all week how I don't like taps on this ice. I actually kind of like this tap.
We're playing a tap.
Maybe call it timeout. Get a few more options.
Timeout. Why? Let's think about it. They're not even talking. They're just thinking.
I don't want to tap because we have more rocks left. So we can tap later, maybe. What's that? You want a timeout?
Hunter
Yeah, sure.
taking a break in the background.
Here's the problem I have. If you don't tap now, you might not get a chance to.
So
Exactly. That was. I don't think the theory of we have more rocks left is a good reason to not tap here. But
yeah, I mean, if we do bury behind that, it'll drag. This will drag. They'll throw it too for sure. But then he can sink one, right? You know what? I'll bet we could even do that. That's probably the shot and sit too.
Hey Joe, didn't you suggest that a while ago?
Yeah, that would have been my call, I think.
Yeah,
I think it's a good call. I like that.
That's a pretty good call.
Thanks.
You like that, guys? Yeah. Okay.
Once in a while, I come up with one.
Back 4, back 8, back 4, back 4 weight.
Yeah,
and just hit a quarter of it.
It's a thin roll, so you're right. Back 4.
I think back 8 actually, because we really want our shooter to be deeper.
I agree.
Than this one, right?
Yeah.
Back 8 weight, Aaron.
Taking full responsibility for the outcome of this end.
It's another entertaining journey to a call. Here we go. Derek Corbett wants back 8. I do like back 8. You can even play this with back 12, I think, because you're hitting it pretty thin. But and you want to roll your shooter a long way. It will create a bit of a problem here for Scott Dunnam if they make this well. That one should be pretty much dead to the world behind those other guards. Here it comes, Aaron Carlson
Back
throwing
back
third
line.
stone.
Sweep. Where? Back line. Whoa.
So heavier than they were looking for, but that could still work.
Whoa.
Unless
Push, yeah. Yep.
if we miss all of this, it's going to be so anticlimactic.
Push.
Close.
Push. Hard.
I think he's going to roll the shooter right out.
Right to the freeze. Right to the freeze.
Oh, this is.
Right to the freeze. Whoa. Yep. Nope. Good.
We didn't see freezing to that rock coming.
Good result.
Shot stone, I
Just
think.
knows it.
Yeah.
That might be one where you might say sorry to your opponent for that one.
You like board, right? Just actually throw board.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
I believe that rock in the top rings is still outcounted by the rock on the far right.
All right, board right on the nose.
Yeah.
First time was backline, second time was hack, so this one should be board.
But you might still be able to play the same shot next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's there again. So Scott Dunnam is going to try to hit
Right
and
on
just stick right on top of this one instead of trying to squeeze it out with big weight. Basically replace the freeze with his own freeze.
Yes. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Row.
Yes, right to it.
Right to it. Hard.
Hard, you got it
Really
still.
hard, Dan. Really hard. Really hard.
Daniel Dutt hitting that all the way down.
Not bad.
will still be shot.
So now what do you do here, Christine?
I think you're throwing that that natural double for a 3.
If we hit and stick.
Oh, just kidding. It's not last rock yet. I was completely zoned out watching the Dropkin fencing game. I'm so sorry. Wrap maybe? I kind of don't mind the wrap.
That into play, right? Yeah.
Or especially around the outside. You just have to stay in front of the 4-foot. Not really sure what hitting the rocks in the back of the house is going to get for you right now.
Well, the challenge for Corbett is that rock is shot rock at the moment.
But it's always going to be open for them to hit. So if they wrapped one right now, that rock is always going to be back there for them to hit later in the end.
Unless Scott puts a rock where they have to deal with another one. So
right. That's a good point. Scott is up.
Clean. Sweep.
I think if they make this, though, no, Scott will probably take on the double.
Yes!
So
then you make the split for 2, and that's you're good to go.
Off, just a little roll. It's really nice.
Actually, pretty good separation there.
Good shot. And now Dunnam has to make something pretty good.
We just hit this.
He does have to sit because you could play that shot and try to play for 3.
Do we have of this?
Right.
I don't mind either one. Like, if you really see this one, I like playing it, but I don't mind just hitting that.
Let me take a look.
It's cross and center. It's a little. I threw mine cross and center a little bit, so it's a little bit different.
Yeah, let's just hit the wide one. I have half, but it's never worth giving up a potential for.
I think this is probably a good call. This is one of these ends when you're up 4, suddenly like
normal or
more complicated than you'd like it to be.
Okay.
They got that counter.
Oh yeah.
We can't roll out.
Yeah. You like control? 11?
Sure.
Yeah, if they roll out, there is a split for 3 for Team Corbett. This is what usually happens when you talk about a team being comfortable and in control and managing the game well. They give up a 3. Not yet, though. Here comes Scott Dunnam with his last stone in the 7th end.
Clean.
Needs to hit and stick
Clean.
on a rock in the back 12-foot.
Clean.
Close to a good throw. Good shot by Scott Dunnam.
All right. Good save.
Draw for 2 here.
Draw for 2. But to Dunnam's relief, it's not a split for 3.
Yep. Put it right on the
Evan Jensen with his final rock of the 7th end, hoping to get within 2 of Team Dunnam.
soft release.
Line, no backing here.
Just you guys.
No backing. Looks all there, guys. Off. 14-9.
14-9 should be close.
Beauty, Evan. That's our first deuce. We've taken 3, but we've never taken 2. Very nice, Evan.
So with his first deuce of the week, Derek Corbett, sorry, I
we're
just told him Brandon. Derek Corbett picks up 2 here in the 7th. He's going to have a 2-point deficit going to the 8th when we come back after this.
All right, we gotta play pretty quick.
When I sweep with the Gold Line Fiber Light, I feel like I'm sweeping on TV.
That's life. More surface area, better results.
It's that easy.
It's that easy. You need to sweep for weight?
You need to sweep with this.
Now, every time I curl, people ask me, what are you sweeping with?
What are you sweeping with?
What are you sweeping with?
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line.
And it's the choice of champions.
Tight. Yeah, line.
We're back here, 8th end,
Hard,
Dunnam and
curl,
Corbett.
line.
Corbett down 2. Why don't
Hard,
we
get over,
quickly
hard.
give some folks an update on what's going on around the ring.
Hard, boys.
So over on, let me do the update, Joe. I'm going to redeem myself here.
Go for it.
Over on sheet 7, it is 3-2 for Violet over Runen. They're playing the
I think we
8th
still
end
pick it.
right now, and Runen has the hammer.
Back 12.
Jed Brundidge sort of clawing his way back with Todd Birr. It's 4-4 there now. They're playing the 7th end, and it looks like one Birr stone in the rings. The game that's perhaps unexpected is Riley Fenson is out in front of
Cody.
Corey
Back
Dropkin,
12, yes.
6-2, playing the 8th
Hard
end.
code. Back 12.
Cody hard.
Does
Hard
look
code.
like Fenson is currently
Really hard
line
code.
1
Right to it.
Hard.
and trying to
Hard, you got it.
remove
Clean,
a Dropkin
clean.
stone to lie 2 or 3 even.
Sit.
Persinger and Birklid, 7-4 Persinger. Birklid will have hammer and 8.
There.
I think that was error-free, Joe.
Nicely done. Nicely done. The tick attempt not successful. So Corbett can put that stone back out in front.
Yeah.
So here I think Scott Dunnam, main goal here, make sure you score. If he scores an 8, scores 1 to go up
This is the
3.
6
Love to grab 2 here, but he wants to make sure he scores at least 1.
Yep. Easy. Weight's good. Weight's good. Line's good. Just you guys. Gotta go line. Gotta go wait, I mean. Gotta go wait. Just wait. Yep. Gotta go. Go ahead. Yep. Go. Line's good. Line's Austin, really good. Austin. Yep. Austin, push. Go hard. Push, guys. Pull it. Aaron, pull it. Go.
Our feature game,
good.
Derek Corbett,
Good. Nice
trying to
sweep, you
wrap
guys.
around this long guard.
There was a lot of pushing and pulling on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is not an unenthusiastic team.
No, they're still playing with a lot of energy despite the record.
Yeah.
Back
Clean.
12.
Clean. Whoa.
Like
Whoa.
to go.
Comes Hunter Clausen
Whoa.
managing this stone.
Curl.
Thrown by
curl.
Daniel Dutt, trying to make a tick here.
Line's good now.
Might be
Line's
a
good
little
now.
quiet, but I think it's going to work.
As far as you can roll. As far as you can roll. Nice.
Pretty good by Daniel.
I'm going to try to play another center line guard.
Two, three. All you guys.
I would
Line's
expect to
great.
see
Right here, boys.
Scott Dunnam asking
Gotta
Cody
curl a bit.
Klauser to
Aaron
start
Jock. Looks all there, guys.
peeling.
That looks in. It's not in. I don't think it's in. It's gonna grab. 16:49. Maybe a little bite.
I liked that progression of weight calls there from Evan Jensen. It's not in. I don't think it's in.
Board.
It might be biting.
And it's almost full 12.
Yeah. This ice is really tricky to judge weight on, especially getting this late in the game. You're thinking that the inside or the slide paths are maybe gonna start fudging up a little bit too.
Clean. Clean.
So maybe some struggles with that. Plus sweeping really carries these rocks as well.
Hunter.
They might also have the straight and
Hunter.
fast red rock.
Clean. Nice. Really good.
It's a good shot
Great.
Yeah.
Good
shot.
by Cody Klauser, who's played
what the hell?
awfully well
Play
this
this.
game. We don't have statistics
Give me
because we're limiting the number of people in the building.
give me normal.
So I'm tabulating in my head and
And,
going with awfully well.
Outturn. Here.
So Corbett's going to try to play this hit and roll.
Normal. Close. Close. Sweep. Yep.
Tiny bit unusual
Off. I mean clean. Just clean. Sweep. Yep. Whoa. Oh.
or
Whoa.
unconventional at this juncture.
Off. It's a beauty, Austin. Really nice shot.
Made the double,
Good,
rolled a
good,
little
good,
bit
good.
further than he was hoping, I'm sure.
And I don't think Scott Dunnam is particularly concerned about that. I mean, the red guard is so high. In fact, I think right here, if he's going to play this shot, what's really important is to make sure he tries to stick the shooter.
Yep.
Yes. Hard. Hard.
Really hard.
Sometimes these doubles are harder than you think.
Oh, yikes. Yikes.
Not loving it. Oh.
Thanks.
Not loving this just yet.
Fortunate that they rolled to a corner like that.
Really a tight one. Yep. Right here. Yep. Keep going.
Although if that could come into play as a staggered guard at some point. Those side-by-side doubles look easy until you realize you have to hit them both at precisely the same time.
4, 2, 3. No 4. Not here.
I know.
Go there.
I can't touch it.
Where?
4, 5, 5.
This is okay. I don't want them to do this, so not here.
I know.
Okay. Okay.
I'm trying to let it.
Just
None of it. 5, 6.
Okay. Might as well, yeah, push.
Little update from sheet 7. Rich Roonan was line 2. It looks like Luke Violette wired another double.
Yeah, he had been protecting the stone in the back forefoot for a little bit.
Board.
And now Rune is going to blank the 8th end.
Well, he doesn't have the hammer.
Oh, big problems. Doesn't have the hammer. There's my update record.
Clean.
Shot.
Yes.
Yep.
He may still blank the end. Who
Clean.
knows? They could have a gentleman's agreement like last night.
Yep. Right to it now. Right to it.
Hunter
roll
Clausen trying to play on
Pretty
this
good. Well, no, you're good. You're
rock
good.
in
You're
the
good.
back of the forefoot. Roll away a little bit. Well executed. There is a point here where Derek Corbett needs to think about ignoring some stones. It's only 6-4 though, but
Would want to score here in the 8th. I want to get that steal.
Close.
yeah,
Sweep.
he's going to need to steal probably at some point.
Sweep. Yep. Sweep. Yep.
Considering the fact that was their first 2,
Got a really good one.
they need to steal a little bit.
Yep. Roll it. Yep. All the way. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Pretty good shot here though,
It's really good, Aaron.
but
It's really good.
still not making it super difficult for Scott Dunnam to score at
You
least
like that?
one. And here's an opportunity.
You like normal?
I think I like this shot, the long guard. Even if you lie 2-3 here, you're still feeling pretty good.
Yes.
Clean. Whoa.
Hard.
Yep.
Hard.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
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 Whoa. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Definitely.
Code.
Yeah, separate that out.
Perfect.
Great execution on that.
Good rock.
And they did blank the end over in 7. So
Any?
Violet's still up 1. He still has hammer.
Almost nothing.
That rock really rolled
Like
to a great
2%?
spot. 2%.
It's probably more like 5, but it's not a lot.
I think this is the call.
Derek's having a great time out
They
there.
are really seem to be enjoying
Just
themselves.
T-line. Yep.
Sounds like Jurassic Park.
Which, I mean, really is all that you can do. You know, this event, they're missing their skip. And they just really have to make the most of it as a team.
Little lad. Go
Try to have some fun.
Gotta go. This is okay.
Gotta go.
This is okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Where?
they're 1 and 5.
Right here. Yep.
Realistically, they're
Right
not
here.
going to make the
Hard
playoffs.
line. Hard. Gotta go.
So
Hard. Hard.
sometimes, of course, this is a dangerous kind of team for Scott Dunnam to be
Hard.
playing. Sometimes
Hard.
you
No
play
bump.
the team that's
No bump.
loose and has nothing to
Oh.
lose.
That's my bad.
But so
Fine,
far,
it's fine.
Dunnam is
Yeah,
managing it.
I don't hate that.
I mean, this is the best, but
You might have a half rock. Okay, so about like here.
it's good too.
Or here.
Yeah, I think it might be this or this.
That's fine. You might have something, but I think just.
I think just bring it back here. Right to the.
Right to it. Idea. Make the freestyle.
You like edge?
Yeah.
So Scott initially considered coming around those two staggered stones himself, which is, I think, the shot that Evan Jensen will throw no matter what happens here.
You guys are back.
Yeah, I think it's smart to not create a situation where maybe you come back button and then Corbett comes down and freezes on it, and then you're.
I barely remember
the.
What was it? Was it 79?
Yeah, I mean,
So
Evan
I've been
Jensen's
throwing
going to
like
have to make
top
a
four
pretty
on
good
its
shot,
own, I
but
think.
there is a shot
That's
there
probably
to
about
really
the
make
same.
it difficult for
Yeah,
Scott
right to the
Dunnam
back
to
one.
score.
I think it's all there. Back line, back line.
I thought it was close, guys. I thought it was good.
Okay, right to it. Yes, line. Hard line.
Yep, you got it, guys.
Cody Klauser is sweeping
Hard.
for weight and
Go,
line.
go, 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 go.
Right to it, right to it, right to it. Hard to it, Dan.
Energetic all the way.
No, that was perfect.
We want to get to it.
That was perfect.
Good rock.
Perfect, perfect.
This is really good. Yeah. This.
I think you
I
put
think
it
right
on the
here.
button.
Same thing.
Yeah, I think if you can get behind this
I'll
staggered
give you here more
setup,
ice, okay, Evan?
you might want to touch higher than the
Take
button.
your time. You got this.
Definitely keep the game alive with this shot. Scott might be able to angle his own yellow onto something that's good, though.
Line's good. Little ad. Line's got to curl a little. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Close. Yellow line, Aaron. Yellow line. Switch. Push
Close
it, Aaron. Push
to-
it. Whoa, whoa.
This should start to
Gonna
carve
curl a mile.
over.
Whoa.
Getting there.
Yep, yep.
This
Push up.
should work
Go.
over here.
Hard. Hard. Hard.
You don't want to just leave it lined up for that angle.
Might want to get off of that just a hair earlier.
Yeah.
About the same weight, huh?
Could have maintained that angle.
Well, I was thinking, you know that just through weight I threw? Yeah, you like that?
This feels like minimum ice, honestly.
Okay, take a tiny bit more.
So this
I
would
like
be
it.
likely for the game here for 3.
Okay.
I mean,
That
another
same,
option
like,
here
just
would be
through
to
weight
throw
I
a
threw
little
2 ends
more
ago.
weight and just try to pick that rock in the back.
Do it just there, yeah. Like just a soft hack.
Don't
just
think
there,
you'd
yeah.
put it onto the other. Right into their red. You could just pick this. He's going to throw a little quieter. Definitely for the game here.
Hack. You hack.
Clean.
Clean.
Cody, get
Looking
ready.
For just through. He's got half.
Cody! Cody!
Should work across here.
This is pretty far out there.
I think he's
Cody's
got a
working
piece
it
of it.
hard. I think he's going to pick it at least. He's going to move it enough, I think. No.
Good enough for
Good enough
2.
for 2. Hunter Clausen wasn't that thrilled with it, but it was good enough for 2.
So 8-4, headed to the 9th. If we decide to come back to that one, if they decide to continue, we'll be back after
I really
this.
did not feel like I popped that at all.
USA Curling aims to provide continued programming to grassroots, junior, and diversity and inclusion initiatives. Support the future of curling in the United States by making a donation at usacurling.org/donate.
We're going to shift our attention here over to the Birklid Persinger game. They're in the 8th end.
Looks like Birklid was inspecting that rock for a piece of lint. I don't know what he was doing there. Do you know what he was doing?
I'm not sure.
I've never seen someone sort of crouched over a rock like that, examining it.
Examining the striking band. If he hit it exactly here.
I think the discussion was, do you think this is red Trevor or blue Trevor? Blue hone.
Right now, Persinger is sitting 2. How many rocks has we got left here in this end, Dean? I can't see from where I am.
I just see the one sitting in front of the hack, the one yellow one.
Looks to me like this is Birklid's last.
So looking for. So Birklid picks up 1. He's going to be down 2. They're going into the 9th end. So there you go.
Frozen, dead frozen on it. A good shot. He froze on shot rock.
We have our feature matchup now. Birklid and Persinger resuming.
Stephen Birklid against the veteran Persinger team, the team that planned to play together this season for the first time. Then, of course, didn't get to play together much. Came together here at this Nationals. You can see them getting a little better every game, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's got to sort of expect that, I would think.
Fuck, so close.
Yeah, I mean, there's 2 ways to go when you come out with a brand new team. You sort of build as you go, or else sometimes, as I've noted before, sometimes your very first event with a new team is the best event you ever have. So, seen a number of teams win the first cash spiel they play in together and then not win much after that.
We're through.
That's Craig Brown playing the tick and not converting it.
Gonna have to give him a little notice that maybe this lead thing isn't as easy as he thought.
Yeah, leads all across the United States. Probably excited to see that, since we've seen earlier Craig, down from his usual skipping duties, had been playing awfully well at lead.
So this is Chris Bond.
Close. Hard. Hard. Hard for line. Much separation as you can go.
No, everybody would have to be a complete player.
You'd see different styles because of who's skipping each end. That might be fun.
Craig Brown has moved this rock a little further off the center line on the other side. Certainly makes probably a double peel, at least, a little better possibility.
Think we're just coming here.
So Stephen Birklid will try to wrap this in turn around the short guard. Over on sheet 5, it looks like Corey Dropkin is drawing to lie 2.
Right now he's down 6-3.
Okay, line's good. Line's good.
He does not have the hammer right now either.
Everything you got.
Looks like Jason Smith is
I know,
throwing
keep
last
going.
stones for.
He is.
It looks
Yes,
like you
I
can
meant
get
to
it
note
here.
that earlier.
Looks like you can get it here. Come on, guys. Come on, curl now. Curl now. Curl now.
Skinny double, so he only gives up a steal
Well
of
swept
1
again.
over
Good
there
job,
against Brundidge. Brundidge was sitting 3.
Batter the run.
Steve Birklid asks his second there, Matt Birklid, to make a shot, and he does. Perfect come around, top 4. Comes Craig Brown. He's going to take on this outturned peel.
Hard! 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 Shooter! Hard!
That was not the result Dominic Merkey was looking for. He needed to hit that high side to at least get some action on one of the 2 yellow rocks on the left.
I'd like it. Bite the 8-foot.
Hear a bit of frustration from
How's
Greg
that feel?
Persinger there.
Looks like on sheet 5 we have handshakes in the Dropkin versus Fenson game.
So it looks like Corey Dropkin will drop to 6-1, his first loss of the event. And that brings Riley Fenson
line's
back
good.
into the picture. He'll be at 4-3.
Line's good.
Of course, for all the other teams bunched up, what they really wanted to do was see Corey
Line's
Dropkin
good.
at this point. You'd be happier
No, it
just to
doesn't
see
have to
Corey
curl.
Dropkin
Win
Little
out.
bit.
Win
little
out.
bit of curl. Little bit of curl. Right here.
So
Right here.
definitely
Right
brings
Pistol.
more people into the
Okay.
picture here.
Just
So
deep. Okay.
for people who are interested, what's happening over on sheet 2? It's pretty wide open over there. Corbett's still down 4. We decided to move the action, figuring that Dunnam was well in control over there.
So Dominic Merkier, he really needs to get some action on one of these rocks in the rings. I'll play this angle peel, lose the guard and the other stone in the rings. He's close. There you go.
That's a good stone right there.
Good throw.
Craig
Comes
looked
back.
like he was going to sweep in front of the tee line there for a second and then realized he was in front of the tee line.
And he was just encouraging it.
Mm-hmm.
So a good bounce back from his last one for Dominic Merkey. Team Persinger, Team Brown, whatever you want to call them, they are ahead 7-5 with hammer in the 9th end. This is the Stephen Birklid Rinks third. Sam Gailey.
Always Matt.
I think this is the tallest team in the field.
By far.
Even with Jared Allen on Team Birr, this is he's balanced out by Tom O'Connor and
Although,
Todd Birr.
Ruinen's pretty tall too.
Yeah, but I think this is it's true. This is collectively I go with this
Ended up
rink
okay.
for tallest in the field.
Yep, they definitely bring up the average height.
You want to try this? You
For
want
sure.
to
I hate when I'm skipping against a tall person. I can never peer over their shoulder.
You know, I was wondering, how in some sports being tall gives you an advantage? I've always wondered if
like
being
this way?
tall or being short gives you any advantage in curling. Because obviously, being bigger gives you an advantage for sweeping because you just have more weight you can put on the broom. But I've wondered for throwing. Like Mark Fenner, gosh, he's tall. He can throw like a rubber band. Throw rockets.
True enough.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Here comes Alex Leichter.
Okay.
He was trying to pick the one at the back as well, but he will remove the guard, and we'll expect to see Stephen Birklid. He will ask for Sam Gailey to replace it. Probably wouldn't mind it if it was a hair higher than that last one.
Room again. Match to start. Match to start. I really got to curl. You got to curl so far. Come on, guys.
He does have to curl a long way.
Switches to the other side to help Matt make it curl.
Double brushes on the other side.
Come on, keep
that was
going.
like a reverse pivot.
I do like these pivots and everything. It's sort of takes some athletic maneuvering.
I was gonna say, you know that both of Chris Bond's parents are actually professional figure skaters, so or they were back in their day.
Wow. Together, were they pairs, duo?
I have no idea. Other than that's what I've heard, that they're professional figure skaters.
Ice capades or ice follies? Which was it? We don't know. We'll have to get our research team on that.
It's the first I've ever heard of that.
Yeah, me too. Matt Birklid really put all he had into that. He's bent over, gathering himself there.
Hard. Clean.
They didn't get it far enough though, and Alex Leichter has a chance at it.
Greg. Yep, go ahead. Yep, go ahead.
And Alex Leichter gets to the nose of it, so it is edge on edge.
Just stay there.
Or a little better than that.
And make them
For the folks at home who were interested in our original feature, can you give me an update on what's going on sheet 2?
It is, right now there is nothing in the rings.
See a lot of people just standing around over there.
The rings are empty, and I think Evan
ideally out of
Jensen
the
is
rings.
drawing for one to make it 8-5.
I'm trying just a little under, yeah. Back line out of hand, yeah.
Stephen Birklid, he will try to get at this red stone that Alex Leichter just threw. Chris Bond needs to work this over. Could roll under the zone red.
It's pretty close. Got a couple inches of roll.
It is a steal of at least one for Rich Roonin against Luke Violette in the ninth end over there. We'll see what they mark it. I think it's at least one.
Good shot. Hack.
So a good shot there from Stephen Birklid, complimented by Craig Brown. Here comes Greg Persinger. His first stone of the ninth end. Looks like it was a steal of 2 for Roonin over there.
It is. So he's up 4-3 now.
He's up 4-3 without Hammer playing the 10th. A big turnaround in that game, a game that Luke Violette had been controlling.
Alex, hard now.
That does mean he is coming home with the hammer in the last end, so
Roll it to here.
people who are in love with the stats of the game, you can go ahead and look up those percentages for down 1 with hammer. Is that how you like to play, Dean, or would you rather be up 1 without?
Well, for years, people always thought down 1 with Hammer was better, but statistically, it's been proven that up 1 without is more likely to win.
Do you think that has any influence against the team that you're playing and their personal team statistics as well?
Well, I'm sure that has some impact, of course, but I think the reality is if you're 1 up without, there's a good chance you can play aggressive and force them to 1 and then have Hammer in the extra, only needing to score 1, or you can play aggressive and maybe get a steal because they're going all in for the 2. I think it's about 60% in favor of 1 up without.
Gonna hide one behind on the outturn side here, Birklid.
Just played it. They've played it 3 times straight now. Yeah, but I think we can get to almost under the red. We're trying for back 4. Yep.
Would it be any better to hit it and roll under?
I think we just got to go for it.
Okay, let's do it.
So my personal opinion, that's not the time to ask about another shot right after your skip has cleaned the stone. Yeah, and there we go. He's probably a good move to step out and reset. It is his brother, so maybe there's a special chemistry that works there.
The draw pads are kind of weird, so the guys are thinking maybe hitting and rolling under is better.
Yeah, it's just if you don't get under, it's. If you like it, I don't mind that either.
It looks pretty good from the hack.
Okay. 11?
I think 11 is very close.
Can you see like all of it?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I like 11.
So I like the fact that if
Thick
Stephen
half.
Birklid was going to change the call, he gets out of the hack and
2/3.
comes to the other end and talks about it. He has 3 minutes. They'll have 3 minutes to play the last end,
Yeah,
which
it's
is
like
with a
like
timeout.
thick half
with a
with
timeout.
11.
Not a ton
Yeah.
of time, but certainly enough.
I've always been told that it is
2/3
95% of the time it is much easier to draw to a spot than it is to hit and roll. However, Steven has chosen
just
to
sliver more.
change the shot and throw the hit and roll with a nice down weight hit here. So we'll see if his shot change pays off.
I think the only advantage
Hey,
of the hit and roll
yep,
is if he
whoa,
makes the hit,
yep, whoa,
doesn't
yep.
roll great.
Yep.
Worst case scenario is he's giving
Whoa.
up one.
Yes. Wow. Whoa. Off. Matt. Matt.
That was like 10-5.
I think what he was worried about was the draw paths. His brushers weren't real confident about them. So, yeah, the hit and roll is always a harder shot than a straight draw.
Craig's going to ask Greg to put it through.
That's what he will be doing here. We'll get a look at this outside edge. Not that they'll hopefully need it again, I'm sure. You don't want to play back this way. So Persinger will blank this end.
So they're going to retain the hammer, be up 2 when we come back right after this.
Granite Society recognizes your financial support of the USA Curling Mission by virtue of your loyalty and leadership gifts. Through your Granite Society donation, you inspire continued development of the sport, as USA Curling can fund grassroots growth and development that prepares our nation's athletes to represent Team USA on the world stage, Olympic and Paralympic Games. Join the Granite Society today.
And we're back here. Stephen Birklid down 2 without hammer to Greg Persinger.
Yeah.
Always curl. Always curl.
You're rock. No, not now.
So this is one of
We're
those
there.
situations where I think Stephen
Or
has
to
an
your
ultimate
broom.
strategy.
Maybe,
that
yeah,
a lot
to
of
your
teams
broom.
might.
You can curl it a little.
Yeah,
if you
just
can.
go
Going
at
to
the
play
end.
an intentional
Just a
corner
couple
guard
strokes.
without down 2.
Yep.
Good.
That turned out good.
I think the thought process, if I understand it, is that the other
I
team
get
is
an inch
probably
more?
going to try to tick.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a chance they push it right into the rings here, but they don't really mind that as long as they don't push it right to the lid. Looks like Craig has maybe floated this.
Save it.
Some ways you don't really want to just push it to the center.
Not need an inch more.
That's a
Fucking dead straight there.
that looked a little artsy.
Got a good view of the Wausau Curling Center there.
So I'm not sure I can totally buy into this strategy, but we've seen it used. I mean, I think sometimes you just get so desperate to try to get a guard, it's not a bad idea. He's going to put up another corner guard.
Boy.
By the way, Scott Dunnam is in full control of the final end. It should be the final end.
He's up 8-5 with the hammer. Over here on sheet 7, Runin trying to draw around a couple center guards.
Timeout.
Taking a while to move. Just put it pretty much on the lid behind 2 center guards. Good shot there.
So Team Persinger is going to take a timeout and talk this over. I don't know. Yeah, let's hear what they have to say.
If we're up 2.
Just keeping them from being able to, I mean, if we throw a top 8, top 12, I mean, just blocking off them from being able to get under.
Top 4.
We do have broom taps on our feature sheet. Looks like Scott Dunnam will take home the win with an 8-5 victory after running Corbett's team out of stones.
Let's hear the debate on sheet 4.
The other option is I can try and tick it.
Just take it to the side a little further.
Well, I mean, I can try and tick it all the way into the back.
Yeah.
Too, you know, I mean, like, what's the worst thing that happens if I try that? I tick it right under the guard.
Perfect. And that's real hard to do.
But what, even if I did that, we're just peeling that one, that corner next time.
They're going to split the house for 2, and that's just 2.
Is that, I mean, I don't know. I don't have to do any of these things.
You can hit on the next one, which is why the corner guard tick to me, I don't think is right.
Well, we got no double.
Maybe this was Steven's goal.
If I can make that at all, we might have a double.
Make them use all their time.
Make that?
I mean, I think you might be right, but like a stone in the house doesn't do us any good, to be honest.
Let's make the tick shot. We have the ice. You know what to throw.
I actually don't think I've ever heard
didn't
Don
curl
McMurphy
off, so
talk before.
Yeah, take a couple
He
feet
has a
off
lot
of that.
thicker accent than I thought he did, which makes sense because he's from Switzerland.
Wasn't terrible.
So after all that debate, along a good discussion, I think, really, they walked through all the possible scenarios. Craig Brown is going to try the tick on this one. He says at worst, they put it behind the other corner guard, then they'd rip that corner guard.
I actually really like this shot. I think that this is a pretty solid call because he knows that he's going to be ripping on his next one. Anyway.
Best case scenario is he puts it into that coffin corner.
That's close.
And worst case scenario is he goes through the house, which he's going to be ripping on his next one anyway.
Now they're trying to work this over.
Stand by, Price. I know you're over there.
Depends on how much he gets of it. It's pretty close. He's going to put it over towards, as he discussed.
That's a great shot.
And he's going to lose his shooter. That is a good shot.
Because now they're close enough to double peel, too.
No! Because then they're just doing this.
All right, we've got Price Atkinson is down at ice level with Scott Dunnam, who just has a win and has now moved to 5-2 in the event. Price.
Yeah, Scott, 5-2 now. You control your own destiny. Win out, you lock up second place.
Yeah, it feels good. We've played, pretty well over the last day or two, and, it feels really good to control our destiny. Just got to put 2 more together.
There's no easy outs here, but you guys clearly had a very heavy front-loaded schedule, if you will, with some of the top teams that people would consider maybe the favorites of this event. Yeah. You guys got through it in pretty darn good fashion, and now you sit in a good spot. Do you feel like you can exhale a little bit?
A little bit. I don't want to say too much because every game is tough out here. Like we still have to play Todd and Jed, who both are very capable of putting together great games. So I don't want to count our chickens before they hatch, but we're in good shape.
So did you guys wear Andy out? Did he beg to have the morning off to get Daniel in? But it's always good to see when you get your fifth that comes all this way and has the time to get him some ice time.
Yeah, Dan's an excellent lead. We're really lucky we have 2 great leads on the team. So wanted to get Dan some playing time, and Andy's been sweeping a lot, so wanted to give him a little bit of a break, particularly if we're going to be playing into Sunday, Monday. So
totally. Congrats, Scott. We'll see you tonight and another big game. They're all big at this point.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Thanks, Scott.
Price.
All right, guys, back up.
So there's Scott Dunnam with some, that sounded like solid media training there out of Scott Dunnam. He had the chickens before they hatch, and I don't know, did he give it 110%? I don't think so, but chickens before they hatch was a winner. And I think he's right, though. You can't count on any wins. Certainly you play a veteran like Todd Birr, you got to be careful no matter what's going on. And Jed Brundidge has already had success so far in this event.
So Birklid got a little bit of what he was hoping for. The Double peel stuffs. He's got a center guard now.
He does have to bury 2 behind that center guard, though.
Hard. Hard. Hard, full teal.
So expect to see a peel on
Make this
the
run as
center
hard as
guard.
possible. Okay.
Quick update over on sheet
wait.
7. I believe Rich Ruonen has a tricky hit here to he has to get it past some in the back, but he has a hit here to lie to. He does need to stick around though, because it looks like there could be a double back for Luke Violette.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. It looks like if he makes the hit, there's a good chance he's probably going to roll out.
Sorry about that.
He does have those 2 in the back. Double on those might be a bit tricky. Some guards out front that might make that more difficult.
Okay.
Here it comes down now. See it in your picture.
He'd love to save his shooter here.
Line's
He also
good.
has to avoid these rocks at the
Line's
back.
good.
No, it's just going
Let's stick around side
to
12 foot.
stick him over there.
Hard to say
Curl
if
and
he's
go.
third or not.
Gotta go.
It's pretty
Right
close.
down.
I think Violet is
Every
third.
inch. Every inch, all the way.
So now Violet is looking at taking on that double for the win.
Boy.
You might have to throw it sort of quiet. I think Rich Ruonen might have rolled an inch too far. He has definitely been on the wrong side of the inch this week. Here in the match we're covering right now, Greg Persinger up 7-5 with last rock playing the 10th end. Alex Leichter being asked to make this peel.
Clean.
Pretty comfortable position for Team Persinger.
Good.
And Luke Violette. I almost got through it without doing it.
So close.
Luke Violette.
Like the 12 foot, that's perfect.
Like I don't know this kid either. Luke Violette is playing this double for the win if he can make this.
Close. Probably light.
Needs
Probably
to
got
hit
room
it.
too.
Curl then.
Curl it. Well, wait for it. Wait, if it's 4, wait for it.
It's
I don't
always
think
curl.
it's there.
Don't think
You don't
he's
have
making
to.
this. Anders
You don't have
Ferrer
to
is
if
going
it's
to try to
4.
roll it far enough. And it looks like Rich Ruonen
Just
is
by
going to
12.
escape with a win over there. And I would put that in the much needed column for that team.
Okay.
So that's going to even
It
up
does matter because we want it to
Violet
where
and
if they
Ruonen
jam,
both
they
4
stick
and
in the
3.
lanes. We got to play to it.
One of these teams is going to be 4 and 3 as well. Right now, it's looking very much like it's going to probably be Greg Persinger.
I was going to just say appeal.
I mean, make the doubles. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, this looks very comfortable for Team Persinger at the moment.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Jed Brundidge looks like he's up 6-4 on Todd Birr, trying to grind out a win over there against winless Todd Birr.
Jump.
There you go.
All right.
Double made by Alex Leichter.
Beauty.
May as well get rid of that one too. Persinger could have given that a little more, but it shouldn't be a factor.
We're going to send it over to Price Atkinson. It's got Rich Ruonen over there.
Yeah, Richie, you feel like you stole that one away. They were in control a good bit of the way, and then it really got away. Giving up 4 in the last 2 ends, and you guys new lease on life.
Yeah, we hung in there. It was a tough game, and I missed one in the first to give them an easy deuce, which never should happen. And but we made a lot of great shots at the end, and they were playing great. They were just peeling everything, double peels, and we just couldn't get anything going. And then played a great ninth, made a couple of really good shots, and even the last one here, he had a tough one, but he got it out, and hey, we feel like we stole one, but we've given
Right
up a
off
couple
then.
that we should have won
Got
this week
tons
for
of
sure.
room.
So-
No.
Yeah, no
Always
kidding.
Matt.
You had four or five
Matt,
rounds
go.
picking
Don't
this game
go.
alone, and then
Matt,
like
yes,
Dean
Matt,
said
a
on the
little bit.
broadcast,
Damn it,
just kind of
sweet.
been on the wrong side of the inch line this week. Maybe that's the break you needed to kind of get it turned back in the right direction, especially playing the Young Bucks tonight.
Yeah, it's a big game. Obviously, we had to win, or it would have been tough. So now we're in good shape. But we've gotten a few bad breaks this week. We had 3 or 4 picks this game too, but we got to make it work ourselves, and we got to make shots, and we did. With that last 3 ends, we played great. Yeah. So we just got to keep it up and see if we can get a win tonight.
All right, bud. We'll see you on the stream tonight against Corey and Team Dropkin. Thanks. All right, guys.
Greg Persinger has a shot here that should close out this game. Just needs to make this yellow stone belonging to Team Birklid go away. degree of difficulty quite low.
Clean. Yep.
They're cleaning it.
That's going to do it.
Stephen Birklid with some hijinks, but they'll fist bump broom tap, and that will be the end of that one. That will take Team Persinger to 4-3.
Drops Birklid down to 3-4. Now we're last sheet with the game on the ice here is sheet 6, and that's Birr and Brundidge. We're in Vice Rocks here. Having working in the hack. Brundidge is up 6-4.
Makes a nice shot there, Evan Workin. This is one of those games, if you're Jed Brundidge, you're trying to stay in the hunt and you're playing a team that hasn't won a game yet. You figure you should be able to get this win. You get down 4-1 and you have to sort of keep grinding to get the win and stay in the mix. Todd Birr's been throwing third stones this game.
We're on it late.
Pokes it through that hole and rolls behind the corner. Todd Birr does have last rock here. Where's he lying right now? 2-3?
Yeah, second and third. That other Brundidge stone, I think, is off the rings.
I don't have a good perspective on the one in the 4-foot, but is it half buried?
From the camera view we've got, I would say not very much buried at all. Probably edge to edge.
There we go. So really still some work to do here for Jed Brundidge. We need to hit and stick here. Both sides, so they're going to pivot Cameron Rittenauer over to make it work it over just a bit. Todd Birr will freeze on top of the stone and just short of the button. I think when you're Todd Birr in this event, I'd be going hard for the 3 rather than playing the extra.
How do you make the 3 happen here? Is that the
I don't know, but
I
think that's the freeze.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, there's an argument to be made that the 2 is definitely available.
Yes.
I think you go hard for the 3.
You know, if the 3 is there, maybe you come around this all together, play the double with your next. I don't think 3 is going to be available.
3 has left the building.
Yeah. So timeout being called here by Brundidge. Although if they leave that rock there, 3 might be available.
True.
I don't think they're leaving that rock there.
I think they're just trying to pick a spot to roll to right now. Like they can't decide if it would be better for them to roll out or roll behind maybe. There's a lot of big brains on this team too. You know, Jed Brundidge is a software engineer. Lance Wheeler is a nanoparticle engineer, I believe. Cameron Rittenauer is a civil engineer.
We need Cam to.
And then we have Evan Workin.
We just need Cam to understand to move out of the way. So
yeah.
See shot that shot there. There we go.
So Jed Brundidge wants to hit this stone and roll in, I think, a little bit. Inside. Not completely sure, but I think that's the thought. Considering our 4-game day here, 4-draw day, I am in favor of either a 3 or not.
Well, since we don't have a great camera view going down, this would be an all audio extra. So I'm rooting for the same.
That is pretty good. That said, there's a triple here. Jason Smith has been battling a sore right leg, but he seems to be throwing it as hard as ever.
Seems to be moving pretty well.
Him and I actually talked about his the issue that he's having with his leg, because I've struggled with some problems with some very similar issues as well. Just over recruiting your adductor muscles, very quad dominant. Like the lunge or your delivery position is a very quad dominant position.
I understood one word of that. That was lunge.
See if
This is
close.
got to come up.
This is wide.
This has got to. And
So
there
that's
we
going to
go.
do it. Brundidge picks up the victory. So he's going to move to 4-3. And that's going to do it from us here for this draw. We thank Christine McMakin for joining us again. Up next, it's going to be Sinclair and Birr at 4 p.m. Central Time. And then we've got the matchup I think a lot of people have been waiting for on the men's side, Dropkin Ruin at 8 p.m. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.